Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. We're Jameson with Games. Happy Sunday, everybody. Or Pun Day, yes. Very good, Stimpinski. It's appropriate. We're doing Quest for Glory on Sunday. It is absolutely Pun Day. All right. PJ, hello. Hello, everybody. Even if you haven't popped off in the chat yet, here we are. Starting a little bit later than usual. I was originally between whether I was going to start very early, like do an unusually early, like morning stream, or at the regular time, because originally I was going to have to go early because my partner and I, my girlfriend and Danielle, we had a plan. We had an RPG session scheduled for us for the afternoon. And then one of our participants could not make it, or was on the fence about being able to make it. Turned out not to be able to make it. And down a person, our GM said, well, you know what? I'd still love to do something. Firing up the game here, episode 9. More on that in a moment. Very appropriate for today, Cedric. And hello. So, what am I trying to say? So he's like, yeah, but we can do a short session. It'll be about half the length of our first one. Our first one was big. Maybe not actually that big by tabletop RPG standards. We played for 5 hours. But lately I've mostly been doing most of my RPG has been very short online sessions with much of the so go to bed because of the kids. So it'll be awake and functional. Keep an eye on the morning. So he said about half that length. And we start and he delivered. However, I was a half hour late, so half the length was just past the start. And that's the story of why I started a few minutes late. So why that level of detail? Forgot to do that very important thing. Turning down the game audio, especially on this screen. But here we are. Oh, I'm clicking on import character? What? Yes, that's right, because I couldn't resist the temptation anymore. I had to know the burning question. Have I hit the bug that Tashtari alluded to? Well, sure friggin' did. Is the ending of the story. But the way this happened, the way this came about, is that I knew enough from Tashtari's words. Yeah, I'm a paladin. That's right. Here I am. 100 points available. Oh, I don't want to spend any on climbing because I know that I'm going to immediately receive a start in climbing. And so in this new attempt, I'll be more responsible. But okay, what else? What's good? Obviously intelligence. Bit of agility. Bring my magic up so it's comparable. Don't get a lot of chance to... You don't use your magic a ton in Quest for Glory 3. Get a little bit luckier. The Great Communicator. I'm happy with my numbers over here. They'll go up as we go. I am still called James. So yeah, so I knew enough from what Tashtari was saying to Google in what I hope would be the most spoiler-avoidy way possible to investigate the words Domovoi bug. And indeed, it worked. British, hello.
You awaken from nightmares of flying and falling.
Well, that's not precise. That's not correct, John Rhys Davies. Rather than nightmares of flying and falling, our hero has just had an unusually detailed prophetic dream. He doesn't know that yet, but he just dreamt that he woke up in a cave full of sphincters and wandered out into a swamp, found this town called Mordavia, got to know the people there, did some stuff in the woods, explored the castle a bit.
Blazes, can you get out of here?
worked on freeing Rusalka, all that good stuff.
About 5 burning questions.
And then boom.
What city did your luggage end up
Oh
in?
man, this is just like in the dream. Oh man, the exact opposite of my terrible princess. Princess Hanako with her 0 alignment. One of the worst princesses to ever live. So, suffice to say, alright, so, I read about this Domovoi bug. There were apparently many game-breaking bugs in the original release of Quest for Glory Shadows of Darkness, and a fan patch removes all but one. I don't know, they didn't know about it, they couldn't fix it, it's too deep in the code, I don't know the story. GOG Galaxy is kind enough to install that fan patch, or the GOG people. I don't think the app just did it spontaneously. And so, there's only one bug that can doom you. Yeah, that's what I'm holding out hope for now. To the extent that I understand alignment management in Ogre Battle, I have gathered from something you said and from something somebody else said. Hello! I've gathered that indeed, what it all comes down to is...
The deteriorated corpse has grown partway into the cave wall.
That's messed up. Part of it comes... Killing undead is free alignment, so that's Hanako's only hope. It's hard to get her back from 0, I think. And then, yeah, so the trigger for this bug is apparently misunderstood, according to the forum discussion I read. Conventionally, it's understood to be, you must meet the Domovoi, which I did not do, but okay, I can figure this out. I can figure out where I'm going to meet the Domovoi. So I have been spoiled on that now. I can put 2 and 2 together. Downstairs in the inn, right? So, if you don't, the common understanding is, if you don't meet him in the first 5 days, he'll never appear, the game's broken. So I saw that at the top of the thread, and I thought, oh, fuck. But then... Yeah, I can't wait to dive in here with that, Ev. But then... I scrolled further in the thread, and I was given hope. Because someone said, look, oh man, it bugs me so much. Even the Sierra website has the bug wrong. Here's the bug. It's not exactly you only have 5 days to meet the Domovoi. It's if you don't sleep in one of the Irana places, either the courtyard or the Irana's garden, if you don't sleep in either of those in the first 4 nights, or it's said within the first 5 days, then the Domo, and you haven't met the Domovoi, it will never appear. As long as you slept there one of those first 5 days, then the Domovoi will even appear if you go to day 9,000, if such a thing is possible. So I went back to my videos, and I watched, and on the first night I stayed in the inn. Alright, so I put 1 sad face, on my notepad. On the second night, it's kind of mysterious. I didn't sleep at all. I was in Borgov Castle, if you recall. Just pulled an all-nighter. So I thought, I put a question mark. I was like, maybe that's also a, maybe it's just don't sleep in the inn. And then on night 3 and 4, I slept in the inn. Womp womp, sad face. And then on night 5, I slept in Arana's garden for the first time. And I thought, when it says, when this fellow on this forum said, you got 5 days. In the first 5 days, you got to sleep somewhere else. Was he saying day to be all inclusive? So then finally, I bit the bullet. I fired up the game, even though I wasn't streaming. I just went straight to the inn, and I tried 3 times through the night, and did not meet a Domovoi. I'm doomed. So here we are. So progress will be much faster this time through, I bet. Because
reveals a piece of hard grey rock which you take.
Got some rock.
Some coins.
Some coins.
8 crowns and 13 kopecks.
Some kopecks. Very, very nice. Oh, I'm gonna have this Domovoi had better be a pretty cool character. if he wants to win me back. Otherwise, yes, he is the Domovoi to me. So, yeah. Oh, man. What a kick in the teeth. Fortunately, this is a great game. I don't mind playing a little bit more. And then number 2, a whole lot of the progress, at least in the adventure game part of the game, is about solving puzzles and exploring. And they can't take that away from me. The Domovoi bug cannot delete my spreadsheet map over here. It cannot make me forget things. So, presumably... Yeah, according to this later poster in the same forum, that's like... It makes sense that people would think that is the... Oh, what a great song, Tashtari. Man, I love that song. Anita O'Day has a recording that is it's a medley. It's a 2-song medley. It's wonderful, and she does it so fast that she does the entire song of "Wonderful" in like a minute and 10 seconds, and then the like bridge is they go to halftime, which is still like a mid-tempo, and she does "They Can't Take That Away From Me." And then Oscar Peterson, because this is on the Anita Sings the Most album, where the Oscar Peterson was the accompanist. He goes wild again, and then she just does "Wonderful" again. So you basically get 3 songs, and it's still a pretty short song. Okay. What else do I need to... So yeah.
You are in a large cave, dimly lit by...
There are some things that I gotta keep an eye out on, though. Okay. What's this?
It looks like a torch, but there doesn't appear to be any pitch or other flammable material on it.
Can I shoot that torch as well? Do I need to? Here's the thing. I'm not going to remember everything exactly. Nice. And can I, like, take something off of here?
This torch is firmly embedded in its holder.
What do I have on me? Like, nothing yet. So where is my stuff?
You are in a large... You are in a... This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand. Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites and unspeakable rituals.
Yeah, so on the one hand, there will still wind up being things that I've done before that I stumble around with a bit.
The altar feels strangely warm to your touch.
Well, I don't think it's time to poke the sphincter yet.
You are in a lot. You are in a lot. It seems to be a kind of stone valve, acting as a door to the passageway beyond.
Wait, I haven't searched... No, I have searched the bodies.
Find 30 assorted copper and gold coins.
Okay. That's good.
That did... The valve won't budge. You had a bit more light.
Can I just take this lit torch?
This torch is...
No? What about this one?
You take the torch.
Yes. Yeah. Truly you did give me that hint. And, I mean, I absorbed it in some ways. I did a lot more exploring. But, yeah, that was a case of my, like...
That didn't do it.
I was not metagaming enough, you know? I was thinking more about... literally... If you're in a place where everyone tells you it's dangerous to be in the woods at night... you should stay home and like just go to sleep. It's not safe anywhere.
Your fingers are a little too big to pry the valve open.
Yeah, need the sharp edge. I knew that there was like you can get your dagger, but I just don't remember where.
You are in a large. You are in. You are in. You are in. You are in.
Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, because there was a fan patch, like, the fan patch is apparently what is being used here. Is there any...
This torch is...
Yeah, I know that.
There's nothing... That did... The altar... That...
Well, this is brutal.
That...
I should have gone back and watched the video because I remember being in this room for longer than I should have been the first time too. Oh, there it is.
The only still usable item is a dagger which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins. 5 golden coins. Each have a crown stamped on it. 13 small copper coins. Each stamped
Perfect.
with 1 kopek.
We're on the way.
Attacks have no effect on the door valve.
Well, sure.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
It's a subtle distinction between attacking the sphincter with your dagger and just forcing it open with the dagger.
Chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
Well,
You gratefully retrieve the shield and battered sword from the dead warrior. You hope that they will serve you better than they did their last owner.
probably it's nothing. But if I tried to show this shield to Demetrius, he'd be like, "Hey, it's my grandfather's shield. It's got my family crest on it." Okay. So we got this unpleasant thing.
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it.
I do feel that way. It's true. Okay, hold on.
You're in the heart of the cave.
Yeah, heart of the cave, sphincters everywhere.
You're in the...
Was there nothing to this but just to proceed?
The altar feels...
Yeah, strangely warm when I touch it.
The altar...
I guess it can't hurt to just
That...
click around a little. But I remember spending more time here, like, that was necessary, not in a sense of, because it took me so long to... Wait, but isn't there a bone on the ground there? These are the things that I gotta worry about. Is not remembering to do things that I know I need to do.
Try as you might, the stone valve will...
Okay. Like, you know, eventually I know I gotta give a bone to Baba Yaga. I don't remember exactly where I acquired a bone.
Try as you might. That...
It's frustrating because there are bones everywhere here. Just none of them are the official game item bone. Or maybe one of them is, and I'll be kicking myself later.
Try as you might.
Okay, it's not the right time. Yeah, there's like, well, what kind of shield did your grandfather use? No, he was a paladin. Ha! Well played, Cedric.
That
No. What other items do I have? I don't know. Hold the torch to it.
That didn't do anything.
Why couldn't you just tell me that then before I walked all the way over here?
The altar?
Means unmarked.
That didn't do. That didn't. Nothing. The altar?
Yeah. Scrape the dagger on the flint, but I don't need to do that.
The altar?
I can magically create fire. Okay. Look around a little more.
You're in the heart of the cave.
Yeah.
Stone valves.
Bleak stone altar. Got it. Very good.
The rough stone altar.
Altar is creepy.
You're in the heart. You're in the heart.
I know I'm in the heart. I am 100% up to speed on that, Mr. Rhys Davies. Aha!
As you approach the exit,
oh, this is the exit. There it is. There's the answer.
Creatures. They have bat wings and spider-like bodies.
Okay. They just look like bats, though. And I'm much better at fighting for two reasons
in a
here.
Battle, you are better than the batters.
One being that
Kick some butt too.
I've done the fights before. I'm a master of the proper timing for bats, and I have turned the speed down. Okay, something deadly lying in wait. What is it?
The strong wind in this cave is blowing the plants towards a passage on the left side of the chasm. Such cave drafts commonly indicate an exit of some sort.
Alright, well, I don't have the levitate spell. That got lost in my import into Quest for Glory 3. Do I have the wherewithal to just get across? Test the rope first. Very responsible.
You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm.
It's firmly anchored. That's good. As far as I'm aware, I don't have the ability to fly. Ought to, at some point, start a new save file. Alright. Well, I'm a strong guy.
You just barely made it across the pit.
I have no idea why it would be that that giant tentacle was unable to grab me. I took no defensive action. I, in fact, dangled my feet down towards it. Oh, well, this isn't super helpful. All of my stats are new, but I do have 23 points already, so we're making up the deficit.
Slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being closing jaws.
No comment on that.
Strange warning tingle.
But that is another unexplained aspect here.
Source is not immediately clear.
Or a fisherman's wife, right?
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before.
Nice to meet you, Trina. I mean, Katrina. I mean, young lady.
Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you, but I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia.
Oh, it's
The
terrible.
town is doomed.
No innocent person should be out in this swamp this late
There
at
are
night.
many bad things wandering around. Good luck. Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
I hope the same. In fact, I hope that we meet at least 2 more times. I would not be content, Katrina, if you and I only met once more, and then every other time I went to our meeting place, you just weren't there. That would irritate me.
You have the feeling that you may need this sign.
Oh, that's not just a feeling.
Store it in your pack.
It's more than a feeling. Okay. Isn't she, though? Okay. I mean, looking at these isn't going to put them in a different order. But I know I've got that lock puzzle ahead of me, where every time I've found the symbols displayed in any kind of sequence, they're literally just in the order that it goes around, which doesn't seem right for a combination. So I got to keep an eye. If I find a third set of these symbols, maybe I'll learn something. Otherwise, maybe there'll be some brute force involved, just some friggin' around. There's supposed to be a ritual in there, but no action I've taken has done anything to suggest the existence of said ritual. Can I hit this thing with a force bolt? Put it down for me now so I can save myself the humiliating slip and slide ride? No. Wait, what if I trigger it? Which one's trigger?
The earth shakes as the standing stone
Excellent.
rocks on its base, then falls over to form a bridge up to the upper ledge.
Okay. I don't know that I ever got around to actually doing this with magic instead of just shoving it, so good work. Go down. No slipping in the scum. Oh, don't worry. I'll grab my little bonsai tree.
The bush seems to be stuck.
Oh, it's caught in the rocks. Right. What am I going to do?
That loosened up the rock pile somewhat. You didn't hit it with enough force to completely clear the pile.
Okay. Well. Ta-da.
You blast the rock pile with a force bolt.
Good stuff. And then I'll fetch my bonsai tree. Or Irana's bonsai tree.
Lasso encircles the bonsai bush and gently draws it out of the grimy goo. Carefully clean the plant and put it away.
A lot of gross goo around here. If only I had a bottle that I could just fill with gross goo for some reason. So it goes.
Your danger sense tingles. You sense deadly danger from a
I like that
It might have
like,
something to do with the grasping
the game doesn't even try to pretend that Paladin danger sense is useful. Like, the description is like making fun of the idea that you need danger sense to figure this shit out. Oh, wow. Sometimes it pays to be a wily spellcaster. Hey, it's daytime. Wow. It had never occurred to me that there was ever a possibility of getting out in the daytime. Because obviously I got out at night, I believe, the first time. Did I? Am I just misremembering that? I don't know.
trees in this part of the forest feel particularly wooden.
I know it's a wooden tree. Come on, man. Wanted to get some climbing practice in. Well, let's go. Let's not waste any time. Let's go get to know our dear friends in Mordavia. Oh, wait. Get some climbing practice in, like I was just saying.
The trees in
No? Oh, no, I can't practice climbing until I've obtained the book from the Adventurers Guild that gives me the ability to climb in the first place. This is not something you can just learn from scratch. It's not something you should, if you didn't climb trees a bunch as a kid, if you don't already have that ability, maybe you just don't, go in the...
It doesn't budge.
What do you mean it doesn't budge? I can't pick the flowers? Where can I...
Trees and
I'm not trying to touch... Okay. Okay. I know I gotta pick flowers at some point. Okay, so it's not just me. Hey, wait. Oh, wow. Did I go that much faster than I normally do to get daytime? Wild. Or perhaps we'll find out as time goes by here that I've already triggered a game-breaking bug where time doesn't progress. Guess I might as well go meet Boris. Now that I put that energy into the world. Hold on. Maybe I'll take a 60-minute nap.
after some rest, you don't have any rations.
Oh. Well, I will get food soon. I will. But first. Okay, that's moving. That's moving. Okay, great. Okay, fine. I can take a hint. I can take a hint. I know when I'm being encouraged to just go to town. To town. Oh, it's the trees with the flower vines I can pick flowers off of, isn't it? Might as well then. Well, you don't gotta run everywhere, dude. You're already hungry. Have a little sense of self-preservation. Okay.
You pick a few of the flowers.
Great. So I've got flowers. I guess this time I can find out if the Rusalka can also be won over with flowers. I won her over with candy last time. And then I'd have extra candy left over. I guess that doesn't matter. I could buy, because candy you buy from Olga, right? So I can probably just have as much candy as I want. Well, I have candy left over. So who knows what that could... Maybe I'll find a use for it. The fucking wisps are children, right? And I gotta get them in a bottle. Okay, okay. I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
You take an ear of the corn and put it away in your pack.
We'll do things a little bit more in the sequence the game expects this time. And I'm going to do a more responsible job of constantly returning and talking to people. For example, I'm going to meet Dr. Cranium right away. And so perhaps we'll you know, is there more to get talking to Dr. Cranium?
I must first do.
Will he invent the other kinds of potions? You know, get like a stamina potion?
You'll find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly.
Or perhaps even something like really helpful? Something plot important? They could happen. Hey, Dimitri!
How did you get here? Why are you here?
Well, oh.
Strangers come to
Right.
Mordavia. I am the Burgomeister.
Burgomeister Dimitri. I mean, Burgomeister, yes.
And everything that goes on here.
Well, then you and I are going to get along great. Greetings.
Burgomeister stares at you suspiciously.
Alright, well, I mean, so... I am often called the hero of the north. I guess it's not quite the north to you, more like the near west. The Prince of Shapeir.
Tell the Burgomeister about how you came.
I'm a paladin and a Simbani warrior.
Do you expect me to believe such a story? That
Oh yeah, and I
you
did
walked
walk
out
into
of
this
the
cave
cave
alive.
That the cave would be open? Tell me no more lies.
Well, it wasn't like open, but you know, if you just, if you force a dagger the right way, you can get through pretty much any sphincter. So, anyway, yeah, you're the Burgomeister.
My name is Dmitri Ivanov. I am the Burgomeister.
Do you have a surname, Dimitri? I suppose there's no reason that Mordavia, a very, very, very small place, can't just use the Icelandic convention of a first name and a patronym.
Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains.
Oh yeah, I know how that goes.
Led from here, but
Yeah.
heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south.
Rain, snow.
No wagons can get you in or out, nor can
Listen,
any
it could be
person,
worse. Like,
except perhaps you.
if I just kept going to little valley towns that might eventually get stuck there because of brush fires.
This is the town of Mordavia.
It is, I know.
There is an
You told me
inn
that.
and the shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way. The sooner you leave, the better for all.
No.
There are many dangers in Mordavia.
Who's gonna save Igor?
Who's
Who's gonna save Igor if I don't stay here? Who's gonna help you prevent a lynching? So yeah, the inn. They have any recently vampirized children there?
Mordavia has rooms and food. It is a safe place to spend the night.
Yep, but I'll only be spending my early nights there are not going to be restful. So I'm going to be getting up fucking constantly to come downstairs and just see if there's some little freak to meet.
The shop does not carry much. We have been cut off from supplies for a while now. Still, you may at least restock your food rations before you
Oh,
continue
Dimitri,
with your travel.
that's understating it. I'm going to shopping bag just in case. I'm not even sure if I need that for anything. I'm going to get a ton of rations. Get some candy. Bribe the dead kids, you know. Not in a creepy way. I'm just luring them to put them in a bottle. Yeah. And, you know, maybe I'll fix Nana Olga's marriage. I mean, whoever the shopkeeper's name is.
There are many strange and dangerous creatures.
If her marriage is in trouble, I don't know. I just got here.
Nothing. The gates of this town are closed at sunset.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn to climb over these.
Outside after dark, for few can survive a Mordavian night or remain sane enough to speak of it.
Listen, I think that's sound advice to give a regular person, but I'm gonna take that advice a lot less seriously this time. I mean, you know, the one time that I've ever been here. Have any problems?
Just leave Mordavia quickly. No good comes from outsiders.
Oh.
We do not want you here.
Oh, come on, buddy. Just you wait. I'm gonna win you over. You don't believe me now. Well, it's not really goodbye. I'm just gonna say so long. Kwaheri, as they say.
And soon.
Down East Fricana way. Well. Hey, Nana. Oh,
This general
ma'am.
floor is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats. They seem to be everywhere. Then you see the shopkeeper sitting on her rocking chair as she knits. She's a very, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't imagine how much I've heard about you. Hello.
Yeah, polite, aren't you? Manners are as manners do, as my husband used to say. We'll see.
Well, anyway, yeah, so. Let me tell you a few things.
You can call me Olga. Mrs. Stovich is too formal after all. We don't welcome strangers here. They bring nothing but trouble. All the same, it's good to see a new face again.
So wait, do you or don't you welcome strangers? I'm getting mixed messages here, Nana. What are you selling?
Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items, rooms and pens, I really don't have anything else for adventurers like yourself. Now, I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations.
The important thing, PJ.
Of course you need that.
I mean, there are worse things to be than sturdy, right?
To keep the weapons and
Plenty of people grow older and they're frail. That's worse.
if you like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy. Although the garlic flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make some more. Oh, and a shopping bag to carry things in. I have a couple of those left.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll ask you in great detail about all of these
3
things.
twists of candy will cost you just 5 copies.
Yeah, there's very, very little to worry about there.
Oh, now garlic is a must-have item. It's just 25 kopecks for a bomb, and it will add flavor to any food.
Storekeeper looks around nervously for a moment, then continues.
You know, some say garlic also has medicinal and protective properties.
That is what they say. Had some very good cat interactions. With both cats got up on the bed at the same time today. And they did a thing they sometimes do when they're feeling pretty good with each other. They lie down so that they're like, they form a mirror shape splaying out with their haunches near each other. And then they intertwine their tails. And somehow Danielle had never seen that anymore. And she was overwhelmed with how beautiful she thought it was. And it's beautiful. I've seen it many times. So she's like, oh yeah, they're doing their thing. It's cute.
A flask of household oil will cost you 100 kopecks. It's good for Dorskviks and can also be
Dorskviks. I'm sorry, Nana Olga. I shouldn't make fun of your accent. Pie pan. Could I bake a pie for an ogress? Something like that.
I've always admired the men who can cook.
I don't know if you'd want to eat any of the shit I'm going to be cooking in that pan. And broom. Like a good, like tombstone beaten broom, Sturdy bristles. You can whack them on her tombstone 3 times without breaking them. In case I want to use this broom again later for more standard purposes. Any good rumors?
What would you like to know about?
Oh, anything. Is Bella all sad still? Because, is whoever does the innkeeper have a wife? How is she?
Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing.
The, re-experiencing that dialogue when you know more of the story overall and like more of the characters, that's really well shaded dialogue, because like nothing in your interactions with Yuri and Bella ever suggests that they're not fairly dividing the inn labor. She's just projecting her rage at Boris, which is sublimated because she's denying the fact that he's left her. That's good. That's good stuff.
The castle north of town was abandoned for many years. Then some strangers moved in 4 years ago. No one knows what goes on there now. But it won't be for the good, I'll tell you.
Oh, definitely not. You have any racist thoughts about werewolves?
Werewolves are gypsies, no question about it. They
Yep.
change into wolves at night, eating anyone they can get. Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So be careful out in the woods at night, you hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the evil monastery is just around the corner.
Bad place, and you'd better have nothing to do with it. It is dangerous and should have been torn down long ago. Many a stranger never came back after asking questions about it. So don't let your curiosity be the death of you.
Just asking the questions killed them?
Yeah, my husband and myself have run this shop for many, many years. My husband passed on now, but I keep it just the way he
Passed on
A
your
well-run
nagging,
shop is a
right?
busy shop, they always
Nah.
used to say. Not very busy anymore, what with the swamp. But I try to keep it going the best I can. Mostly housewares, but a few items that might interest you.
Oh, I'm interested in every item. No, we just gotta find out how much money I've got right now. Here we are. Wait, it's not showing me a running count of my money, so hold on. 17 crowns, 68 kopecks. It's a good start. So, well, I'll get the rations last. Take a garlic. I'll take a candy. I'll take a second candy. Because I'm liking this candy for the wisps thought. But what if I do actually also need candy for the Misaka? I'm going to try flowers. And it seems like flowers would probably work too. That's kind of a... That's, you know... That's what we're doing here. Playing a game that lets you solve the puzzles in different ways. And then, okay, let's... Oh, come on. Nana Olga. You're like you're the shops in Final Fantasy 1. We can only buy one item at a time. At least you don't have to say, buy this item. Purchase? Yes. Buy this item. Purchase? Yes. Because, like, towards the end of that game, you need 99. You need as many as you can have for that enormous final dungeon with its copious random combats. Okay, should be pretty well stocked now. How many rations did I actually buy there? 12, yeah. I thought I would have guessed way fewer than 12 that I had just purchased. And I knew it was important to stop myself because yesterday I trained myself into a clicking trance to get an achievement in inscription. Not a real achievement like in life. Just an inscription.
You be careful. We don't need you going around stirring up trouble after all.
Well, the trouble is stirring itself up.
If you do find something interesting,
I'm going to try to... I don't know how to extend the metaphor, Nana Olga. I'm going to fix the troubles. Even the ones that haven't happened yet.
goodbye. Or
Like
as
Igor
the
burying
boss
himself
used to
alive.
say, may the wind blow fair at your back.
I hope so. Alright. Go talk to my dear friend Yuri. Yuri and co. I mean folks. All of you, just co.
The floor is covered with sawdust.
I'm new in town, hey.
The barrel contains the few shells that manage to land in it. The innkeeper stares at you with an expression of fear and astonishment. It is several seconds before he speaks.
This is the Hotel Mordavia. Rooms here are 15 kopecks for room and board. Pay for 1 week in advance. Your room will be the first room at the top of the stairs. When you want food in the morning or evening, just sit down over there by the door.
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
You're welcome. Now, sir. Hello.
They stare at you in astonishment.
Right. So, you think you're astonished now. Just you wait. Did you know that you are looking at the hero of the North, Prince of Shapeir, Paladin of ultimate honor, and the other thing that I am? Yeah, he sounds bored. Maybe it's just everyone else is astonished. I'm actually a Simbani warrior. They call me...
You
No.
say you are a hero. Well,
It's not.
we will judge
Let's
you
not.
here by your
Let's not come up with the
actions
Simbani's
rather than
nickname
your
for me.
words.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my words were describing my actions, though. I really did do those actions. Don't worry, I'll also figure out something about your daughter's vampirism. I mean, do you have a daughter? Family? Yuri, you said your name was? Anyway, you know that sphincter cave?
Magic is a very dangerous thing. We do not trust those who use or are used by magic.
Well, hold on.
Make certain you do not give us any more cause for alarm.
But it's not my fault that I got magic used on me. I was just chilling. And then I was dancing, it was all weird. So you got a nice inn here.
The Hotel Mordavia has been in my family for generations. It is the only place to be when darkness falls at night. Everything else is closed, and even we lock the doors. You must knock if you wish to come in.
the secret knock, right? And you'll come running. It'll only take us several minutes to answer the door. Yeah, so what's your name, Yuri? I mean, what's Yuri name? Yuri?
My name is Yuri Markarov. My wife's name is Bella. We are the owners of this inn.
Yeah, come on. I had literally just saved the day. Uhura saw it. Everyone was standing around telling me how great a job I did saving the day. And now I'm here. Seen more sphincters since I got here than I ever needed to see in my life. How's my room?
If you climb the stairs, your room is the first door on the right. The doors of the inn close before nightfall, so make sure you are always back before sunset.
I'll do that. So, anything interesting going on about town?
Make certain you are back in town before dusk.
Yeah.
The gates of the
course.
town will close solidly. Keep out any dangers.
Right. So, Yuri, wait a minute. Whole new set of options. You think this Dimitri, he's got to be an old softie, right? He's your typical ogre with a heart of gold.
Stay out of trouble.
The Burgermeister is the mayor. He's the Burgermeister.
There is not much for sale at the shop next door, but you may find something you need there.
Several things, probably.
The monastery is to the north of here. It has been abandoned for many years, but it has a bad reputation. No one in town will go near it. And if you have any sense, neither will you.
Listen, I didn't become the hero of the north, the Prince of Shapeir, a paladin of honor, and a Simbani warrior, by demonstrating any level of sense.
There are many ill things that roam this valley by night. Make certain that you never have to meet them. Never venture into the forest by night.
No, I know that you're well-meaning, but I'm not falling for that this time. I'm getting out there in that forest. I'm finding ghosts. I'm doing all kinds of things. You wouldn't believe it. So, comedy townspeople, what are your names?
I am Hans. Pleasure's all yours. I'm a farmer of pumpkins and corn and a person of great importance here in lovely Mordavia.
I owe you a few kopecks for 1 year of corn.
Must be avenged. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ivan, an elephant herder.
Sure that's not pronounced
Fortunately, there are no more elephants in Mordavia, so business has kind of fallen off a tad.
Would have been great to meet an elephant. Here.
Guys, is it just me or is Mordavia a wonderful place?
Oh, are you kidding? It's the greatest. There's many places to go, things to see. Are you kidding?
Right. Let's not forget that scenic cemetery to the east of town.
Everyone here's nothing but grins. Real friendly.
Yeah, except when we don't know you. We don't like strangers.
Or anyone else that's weird and doesn't belong.
Well, I have been called weird in my life, but you'll see. I belong here.
Rumors. You talking to me? What rumors?
No, I was
There are no
asking
rumors
you.
here.
Unless you count the rumor that the castle is owned by...
Horse patootie. There are no rumors in Mordavia to speak of.
Hold on now. Is or is not the castle owned by a rumor?
The town of Mordavia is a quiet place.
Filled with friendly, joyful, stinky people.
Well, I'm not so sure about the friendly part. We tend to be very suspicious of strangers like you.
You got the stinky part down.
The town is
Oh,
filled with joyful and stinky people.
sorry. I know that
Happy,
I know that
joyful, and stinky
your
people.
resident comedian isn't funny
I
right
wouldn't
now,
call
so I'm
us
just trying to
particularly joyful.
lighten the mood.
As a matter of fact, most of us are pretty glum.
Oh, very well. All right, then Mordavia is filled with people. You know, stinky ones.
Yeah, many stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it many. There actually aren't very many of us
This
around.
is a great dialogue exchange.
Oh, forget it. Well, at least he stinks.
It works a second time around, so not bad. Alright, well, folks, it's been great talking to everybody. It is early in the day, so I will bid you all adieu.
The first door at the top of the stairs
Yeah.
leads to your room. My wife will serve you supper in the evening.
Great, awesome. She can also tell me about any weird childhood experiences she had, if she wants to. We can discuss any trauma you might be still feeling about the disappearance of your daughter. If that's a thing that's happened to you.
As you enter the northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of the street. Your attention quickly moves from the stone carver to the ominous Gothic building in the center of the street. There is definitely something not right about this structure. A sense of great
At least
danger
one
and
thing.
hunger comes from near the door of the massive stone building.
Well, we know the gimmick here. But first, no need for pretense here. Hey Igor, it's
The
me!
stone carver stares at you and then goes back to work.
Okay. It's me,
You
buddy.
introduce yourself
The
to
hero of the
grave
North.
digger.
The guy who's about to save
Hey,
you from being
Igor.
buried alive. There we go. See, you can say things. The cat doth not hath thy tongue. So, do you have the key to the Adventurers Guild? Can you let me in
Building
there?
was Adventurers Guild.
No.
No adventurers, no guild.
But I'm here now. I'll start it back up. Don't you worry.
Mordavia, this north part of town.
Igor is written as being like more simple-minded in the early going. It feels like.
Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift.
Oh no, never mind. He gets
Graveyard
down to it
humor
pretty
there.
quick. Yeah, it's great. You like grave digging.
Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave.
Did you dig
Oh,
all what,
graveyard
like 6
security
of the
around here.
graves in the
Business is
cemetery?
Piling up. Little graveyard humor there again. Oh, this day.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, Igor, not trying to repeat myself. Have you heard any good rumors?
Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in inn not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things.
Thank you for your help.
Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
Well, right on. It's great to meet you, Igor.
He looks at you and
Me
then goes
too.
back to work.
Continue making the loop. I think, is it Igor who eventually gives me the key? Igor just doesn't want to go with, you can't go with the obvious choice. Igor thinks Return of the Jedi is the best of the original Star Wars trilogy.
You greet the old man.
Hey, Nikolai. No need for pretense here either.
Seen my honor?
Only in a really, really weird dream I just had.
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my honor?
Yep, she's in the woods. Don't worry, we'll get this sorted.
Honor. Have you seen my honor?
Yes. In a dream.
I am looking for honor.
I have. Alright, well, great. I'll be back, Nikolai, once I have actually pinpointed her locale. And mentally prepared her to be reunited with you. What's going on here? Oh, I see. I made my iced coffee in the wrong mug, and now I've got 2 mugs that I drank iced coffee out of today, and no clean mug to drink water out of. I'm alright for the moment.
Tell the old...
If you see Anna, tell her I am looking for her.
I certainly will. I can't imagine you would think I would do anything else. Okay, make sure that I'm clarifying my extremely high level of skill and need for detail. Great. And now... This was another thing. I forgot... Hold on. Okay. We're in. Ta-da.
Luckily, nothing...
Ah, right. It's a hole, not a switch. Kind of looks like a slot with a lever. You can almost imagine there. But okay. Well, let's just open the door. What's the worst that could happen? Get bounced on a bunch.
No,
I've been Antwerped.
These are just baby
There's
Antwerps,
baby
so
Antwerps.
the attack wasn't fatal.
Not bad. All right. Well, let's catch us one of those Antwerps. We can work quite quickly with this stuff. The things that I just remember. We're just gonna... I do want to identify an animal. It is not bigger than a bread box. It is not smaller than an ant. It is not black and white and red all over. It is not yellow, 500 pounds, wings, etc. It's not gray and wrinkled. It doesn't live in a tree. It is not Smokey the Bear. It does bounce. No. No. Antwerp. Feed it an avocado. Okay. Great. Well, this time I remembered that these are garlic avocado sandwiches, so we can get right back. We can get right down to work.
Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway.
That's not true.
The trap
That is absolutely not true. Guacamole. Avocado on things. Avocado in smoothies. 3 excellent, and 2 of them enormously broad applications of...
You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing.
It is amazing. Good for me. Well... let's try. Let's see what happens if we go in here.
This is the Antwerp maze. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so
Yeah,
all
they
you
are.
have to do is continually rotate them.
Okay. Well, we can do this. Here's the important part. I don't know that I've ever had a sandwich made of avocado and garlic. Like, not that I've had plenty of sandwiches that had avocado and garlic in them. I don't know how much I'd go for a sandwich that... Okay, hold on. I better maximize my concentration here. Think for a moment. This way. And then this way again. Just 2 turns like this, right? Yep. Although it turned out to just be me wildly overthinking things, I do think it would be cool if the answer to this solution included that you had to find something to plug one of the holes. Although then when you think about it, like, what an annoying way to design your maze game. Like, in-universe. Ah. Yep. Okay.
The Antwerp has found a hole.
It does bounce up high enough. You need to turn faster than that. Oops. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Whoops. Knowing for a fact that I'm going to solve this makes it a lot more, much easier to be patient with it. So that's nice. Except I've done it the opposite way. Okay, so I gotta think for a moment here. Turn like this, it's bouncing up, and I needed to turn back, because I need it back like this. Okay. Not quite. I hesitated. Which is foolish, because there's no penalty involved. No penalties applied for being too cautious. You just waste a little bit of time.
The Antwerp has found a hole in the...
Okay. What did I do there? What did I do wrong? Did I do anything wrong except just not click fast enough? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh, wait. I got totally mixed up that time, didn't I? Okay, maybe I'm never going to solve this again. Maybe this is it. This is the last thing I will ever do. Great. And of course, super overthinking it, because once you've got it dropping, turning it in either direction will put it back on the bouncing in this axis. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It was all just flowing so clearly in my brain, and then I failed once. Now I'm in my head about it. Okay, this I gotta think about. It's just 2 turns, so just get them done. Okay. I don't want to learn about whether you lose the key. I assume you do. But I don't need to know that, so hopefully we don't find it. Okay, so just 2. Alright. Don't like to start making minor clicking mistakes right at this moment. Okay. No, this one. And then again. Okay. Oops. Here we go.
Congratulations. You've used the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory.
All right. And now
You add the key to your key.
we get to do the friggin' this puzzle again.
You faintly hear a voice saying,
Okay. Nope. This is clearly one of the pieces up here, but where exactly? I don't know. No. What? Okay. No. Just start with what's crystal clear, right? Wait. This is gonna be this side, I think. Nope. Okay. Probably the only time in my life that my brain has ever formed the thought, I wish they'd just done a slide puzzle. Why can't we just do a big slide puzzle in this video game that I'm playing? Okay. Alright, purple. That's nice. Those two pieces are both in the right spot. Where's the other part of the purple? Is it right here? No. Wrong purple. It'll just be the slightest line of purple. You know what? It's probably not what I need to be stressing about. Instead, There we go. Perfect. Or at least, maybe perfect is overstating it. It's an impressive feat, really, when you've designed a puzzle that is so frustrating that I feel absolutely no guilt at all, just constantly flipping over to the full solution option that the game provides you. I don't at any point start thinking like, okay, I've looked enough and I'll get it myself from here. No. I have no interest in getting any part of this myself from here. Okay. Hooray. She's coming along. Very nice, very nice. Nope. Bad eye there. Where's the little bit of the blue eye? Oh. And it remains a challenging puzzle, at least for me, in this form. Which is wild. All that Professor Layton I've played should have made me at least a little bit better at these kinds of puzzles. Oh wait, it's not even the right piece up here. Is it that? Yeah, there. Gets us a little closer. Where is that little red? Aha! Oh man, even Professor Layton, he would take the wind out of his sails. Instead of like, I love the thrill of a good solution. It would be like, all right, well. There's a solution. Sometimes the solution is provided, and you should just take it. You don't need to think about this shit. No, that is... Oh, come on. Wait. Okay. This one at least I can work with this. Yep. And then no. 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 Okay. Yeah. Something's amiss.
Great! You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and
Boom.
open the door.
Dr. Cranium,
Pass
day
through
one,
to
baby.
Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid.
Do I look like
Oh,
Igor to you?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I thought it was Igor.
That's right.
coming in to
Come
assist
on,
me.
my posture is better than
He
that.
helps out in the
I
lab
do
sometimes.
yoga every day.
Now then, what can I do for you?
Hold on. Just gonna rock out here for a minute. Okay, so yeah. You can't get enough.
You
Greetings.
say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my
Marius,
laboratory.
welcome.
You must have more than the usual intelligence and
I've started over
Made it
because I
in here.
determined I was in an unwinnable state. So I'm having a much more efficient trip through Mordavia this time. For example, on day one, talking to Dr.
Introduce
Cranium.
yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
Well, we'll have one shot every day this time around. I'm gonna put the work in to make sure we do that. So yeah, you're Dr.
My name is
Cranium.
Dr. Cranium. I am Mordavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium.
You don't seem mad to me, just a little insane.
Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment.
So far, so good.
Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it.
If the elixirs work, is it really that childish of them to be pleased about it?
If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic
Yeah.
exercise.
Yep,
That is
sure.
science.
Sure. But do you have any performance-enhancing drugs
Oh,
on?
you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Oh, jeez. Poor you. Ultimo. Oh. These appear alphabetically in the Adventurer's Journal. I could have gotten to this much faster. It is fire, wind, pizza, pizza, pizza.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational
I don't
scientific
think the
solution.
puzzle points should be connected to the copy protection puzzles.
Oh, you must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more.
Why?
Also, I am afraid
I just showed you that I know all about formulas. Why do you need a second demonstration? Speaking metafictionally here, it's perfectly reasonable for Dr. Cranium to need help with more than one formula. What's Lorianne and Corey's excuse? Well, world, teardrop, world, teardrop. Try that.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
Good stuff. Got any empty flasks
You
laying
ask
around?
Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask.
Large
for
enough to
specimen collection.
put a few dead children's souls in there, maybe?
I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So, you like experimentation?
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza. Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides
Mr. Science and
power
Rationality
energy. Water,
has a
fluidity,
pre-Socratic
and light.
understanding of the elements.
Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas.
Oh yeah. That's not been my experience, but I guess it's a different
is a
time.
scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction.
Like there's an awesome,
then have a pizza to celebrate the result.
Like fancy
very
pizza place
important to stay
in our town.
flexible, however.
Where like if
Sometimes
you want to
the
order,
experiment may
you want
give
them
a
to deliver you
different result
pizza.
than predicted by the
You want to
hypothesis.
call them like 2 hours before you want to eat.
Since real
It doesn't always
scientists
take 2
don't
hours to
like
get to you,
make
but it
mistakes,
can.
We always write the hypothesis in pencil.
I mean, that's not quite
Pizza
precise
is a
about what
crucial
scientists do.
ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires
One of the
additional
delicious
material.
pizzas from this fancy pizza
Besides,
place is
I am
sun-dried tomato and
hungry
artichoke.
for-
All right, well. What was that you were saying about
There is,
magic?
of course,
Yeah, no such thing as magic.
Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that?
Yes.
It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school.
Me too.
As you read
Me
the
too,
scroll,
PJ.
you find that you have learned the incantations.
But I spent too much
and
money on
gestures
food
with
already.
which to
I
cast
gotta just make something we have at home.
Then the scroll vanished.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right upon.
Also, I would have to call the order in right now, and I don't want to. Alright. So that Igor seems nice enough.
Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work.
Yeah, it's a shame I'm not the kind of stranger who walks into town and immediately orders 3 caskets.
Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous,
something
but
like
there
that.
aren't
It's
very
been a
many
while
people
since I saw
left
a
in
fistful
town
of
who are
dollars.
stupid enough to go out there at night.
Or is that in a
now.
few dollars more?
I like to think
For a
of it
few
as a
dollars more.
sort of evolution
Anyway,
in action. Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star.
Yeah, Punny Bones might say that.
Then again, you might not. Igor is...
Oh, right. That's what I just asked you about.
The cemetery is outside. There
Yeah.
are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
Thank you for that heavy-handed hint. But not only have I already seen the truth in a dream, but in that dream I didn't need your hint.
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science.
Oh yeah. Can I have some of that fluid?
This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important
I can
research.
think of
Lately,
things I
I've been
might
trying
use
to
that
bring
on.
life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea.
So let's start with this dead to life.
Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh.
But should you?
The one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
Wait, rehydration solution, did you say? Because that sounds even more specifically helpful than the fluid.
Research is the heart and soul of science.
Because
Without
we have a
constant
dried out
experimentation to
Domovoi.
prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left
Sitting
trying
there
to
in
solve
the,
the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most
monastery.
efficient way to achieve results.
Which when Tashtari first started gently trying to say, hey, have you met the Domovoi? Because if not, you've created the bug. At the time I was like, yeah, I've seen the
I
Domovoi.
try to maintain a modest selection of useful
Little did I
experimental
know.
equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp.
Of course. Well, listen. If I find an electron microscope or anything like that out there, I'll give it a shot. How do you feel about being called mad scientist?
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
Have you ever tried just popping over to Yuri's after a hard day of experimentation? Talk to the boys there? I feel like at least one of them could really relate. Well, anyway, guess what? There is magic.
You explain to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science, and even deals with the same elements.
Oh,
Or at least the same elements that you think
There's no
science
such
deals
thing
with.
as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued.
Or is it that any sufficiently advanced scientific technology is indistinguishable from magic? Or is that
Say
just saying
goodbye
the
to
same
Dr.
thing with
Cranium.
a different focus?
Please be careful not to break the beakers or crack the flasks on your way out.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I think I can do that for you. I'll be back. So we're gonna have to
Come
talk
back
about
and
this
visit again.
rehydrating solution at some
Oh,
point.
and if you see
I
Igor, please
totally
tell him I
missed that the
still
first time I
need the
talked to him.
fluid.
Did I ever go back to Igor about that fluid? It doesn't matter if I ever did. I'm going to. Hey, Nikolai. I can't talk to you again. It's too sad. But once it's time for me to send you to your doom, I'll be back. The good kind of doom. Alright, well, make a house call on Dimitri here. Hey, buddy. He's standing there
Are
in
you
his...
just sightseeing or casing my place?
What? What? Where's the trust? Anyway, hello.
So, what are you up to today?
Okay. The thaw has begun. Let me come over there so we don't have to shout at each other. I noticed the Adventurers Guild's all locked up, but we've got an adventurer here now.
The old Adventurers Guild is at the north end of town. It has been abandoned for many years, since we have not had many adventurers who could cross the swamp.
They should have tried getting
Seeing as you
teleported
are
directly into the
supposed to be an
sphincter cave.
adventurer, here, have a key to the guild door. Perhaps you can find something of use there.
Oh, I've got very little doubt of that.
Everyone in Mordavia minds his own business and does not go looking for trouble. You obviously do not fit in well here.
Well, in that sense. But I think, like, you know, we're all going to get along pretty well. Once we get to know each other.
Stay out of trouble if you have any brains.
And you take care too, my friend. Kwaheri. Gotta be careful not to say Kwaheri to the boys at the bar. I don't want to find out what they think about the Simbani people.
Otherwise, you will get me angry. I'm sure you don't want to make me angry, do you?
No. I want to make you happy. Which is why, as soon as Igor buries himself alive, I'm going to leap into action. So fast. I'm going to fix Nana Olga's marriage. I'm going to get old Nikolai dead. But in a good way. Good death.
The headstone carver stares.
This day job. Also work graveyard shift.
Nah. No, I meant, like, do you have any important tasks related to fluid at your work? No? Okay. Well, Igor, I'll catch up with you with that. Goodbye for now.
He looks at you and then goes back to work.
I'm looking at you too, buddy.
Lock the door, using the key the Burgomeister gave you.
We're in. Okay. Let's sign the book. Oh, let's see what's in the desk drawer.
That would be a lot easier if the desk had a drawer.
Well, then why'd you... come on.
You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. It's almost become a habit by now.
A prince needs a signature with a flourish. Who else has been here?
You read in the adventurer's log about some of the exploits of past adventurers in Mordavia. Prominent among them is the story of Piotr and the Dark One's cult.
Yes,
At the end
Piotr.
of the book,
Gonna meet
Piotr
that guy
tells how he led the
much
armies
sooner
against
than last
the
time.
Chernobyl cult outside the Dark One's cave. The fighters were trained soldiers, but the cult members fought like madmen. Suddenly, the cult members changed their forms and became grotesque monsters. Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost.
It's a shame they didn't have the option of just spamming spells.
By all my will, I banish you two. The voice was cut off. The cult members screamed and ran. Piotr entered the cave and searched for some sign of life. All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members. The only sign of Irana was her magical staff lying on the ground. Piotr picked it up and left the cave, knowing that Irana was beyond his help. Piotr then tells how he brought the staff back to town and placed it in the town square. A garden of flowers instantly sprang up around it. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells that he was going to seek out the rituals of the Dark One and destroy them. There are no later entries.
Well, hopefully somebody else gets up to that. Because that sounds important. Any valuable books about climbing on here?
Which book do you want to read?
Let's read the climbing skills book.
You read the book entitled Climbing Skills for Upwardly Mobile Adventurers. It's written entirely in one-syllable words, obviously intended for fighters. It's absolutely fascinating.
I wish they'd gone for it.
This book teaches
Write a
you
passage that explains climbing entirely in one-syllable words.
that anyone with reasonable strength can climb using a rope and grapple.
Like,
Your pretty sure you know what to do now.
Like, even right there, that was a whole lot of words that could not have been in there. Anyone with reasonable strength? Good strong. Anyone good strong. Except you can't say anyone. You good strong? You can climb.
As you scan through Hero, the Journal of General Job Adjusting, you find quite a bit of information that might be useful here. There are a series of articles about the land of Mordavia. The town originally grew up around Castle Borgov. The Borgovs
Who knows what details
noblemen,
in all this kind of text will resonate. Like,
invaders.
I totally missed Dr. Cranium talking about rehydrating fluid. Had I made note of that the first time, I would have not spent so much time poking at that dried out Domovoi with other things.
In the forest lives the Lishi, a creature known
Oh, Lishi. I've been saying Leshi.
Travelers and playing riddle games.
That's an important detail. I've been making an ass out of myself on 2 entirely different days in different games.
Learn about the Rizalka, the spirit of a murdered unmarried woman. Such spirits are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They try to avenge themselves by drowning any man foolish enough to approach them.
It's like super. It's enriched water.
By reading this magazine thoroughly,
it's vitamin
instead
water.
of just browsing through it. Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in your game box?
It was nice. And it's a pretty funny. Well, I mean, I guess you'd expect it to be. It's a funny paratext that has helpful information.
Turns out to be an advertising brochure. It says, I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a major computer game. The Castle of Dr. Brain from Sierra Online. Jeez, how cheesy can you get?
Nicely done, PJ.
The book is all about using spells in unusual and creative ways, such as calming a fire, using alternate flame and frost spells to make something brittle and break, and so on. You pick up a number of useful tips which will improve your spellcasting.
We'll see if those actually come into play.
This book teaches the ancient Oriental art of talk fool. How to overcome opponents by attacking them with the unpronounceable names of martial arts forms and confusing them with fortune cookie wisdom. You get lost somewhere between karate and kuksu.
That's good, although anyone who can't read more than one-syllable words is going to have a hell of a time with now, no, and how appearing in a sequence of 4 words. How the hell are you supposed to pronounce that?
This book teaches you how to use the stair-stepper to build strong leg muscles and talks about the importance of whole body development. It says to build up your strength gradually by adding weights to the baskets.
Oh, I've read all those. We're done. Do I need to...
Hey, this is...
Yeah, okay. Can I move the bookshelf?
Nice try.
No.
But
Well, that's enough of that. I can't remember if there was any reason why I wanted to bring down this thing.
You didn't manage to fetch it?
Oh, wait. The grapnel hook, which is presumably primarily here for the benefit of a thief.
You pick up the rope and grapnel set and tie it onto your pack.
But you never know. Oh.
It's good climbing practice, but you haven't quite got it yet.
Okay.
Try.
Yeah, and I did this on the first time through too, didn't I? Come at this thinking that's a hook for like an attic door, which it is absolutely not. Okay, what is my climbing at right now? 103. Boosting my communication, my magic, my intelligence, my strength. 86 puzzle points. There's no return from 86 though. So I don't know if that's good news or bad news.
That was good climbing practice, but you haven't quite got it yet.
Alright. Well, I think the ideal climbing practice will be in trees where you can just spam the clicking. Although so far I've gained 3 each time.
That was good.
If that keeps up, I'm not sure how that translates. 109? 108. Alright. It's wearing off. Screw it. Time for some aerobics.
Your legs are too stiff and sore.
Whew. Alright. That was hard work, but we did it. Anything notable with
It's
this
a rare
moose?
example of the deadly Mordavian moose, distinguishable by its long, fang-like canines. Someone has strung garlic around its neck, probably in hopes that it will stay.
They should have made that moose one of the enemies. Although it would look much more impressive in the old style of battle screen. The moose is towering over you. Alright, better take a little nap.
After some rest.
Maybe a couple of naps couldn't hurt.
After.
What time is it now? We still got a little time. Wait. I don't know that I will ever need it. And yet, certainly if I, in a straight binary choice of do you want to have a rope and grapnel with you or not, I can't think of any reason why it'll ever harm me. Update the save. I'll stick with this for now. I don't think there's anything that's happened so far that I will ever want to take back. Does this music always play on this screen? I don't recall that at all, but okay. Well, let's go over and get the Boris storyline started. Might even have time to go test out the give flowers to the Rusalka. Oh, I can go meet Leshy. I can just finish Leshy off. We could have a very productive day one.
A heavy gate blocks the way to the winding road. Far in the distance, you can see a majestic castle.
Welcome to Mordavia. It's nice to have some fresh blood around here.
Yeah, there's a blog now called the Adventurers Guild. It was originally called the Adventure Gamer because it was originally a single dude doing a blog where he played a bunch of adventure games, and then it became a group blog when he couldn't do it anymore. It's kind of like the CRPG Addict, except a group blog for adventure games. And I read some of the oldest entries there about various games, up to and including like the first few King's Quests, although blessedly almost none of the information stuck to my mind. Actually, I'll confess right now, one puzzle solution that I remember from reading it there for later on in life when I'm playing the King's Quest games. In King's Quest 3, there's going to be a part where I need to look on top of like a cabinet or a shelf or something, and the game actually pays attention to where you are when you say that. And if you say it when you're standing in a place where you wouldn't have an angle to see clearly on top of it, it tells you there's nothing there. But if you go far enough away, you have better, smaller angle. Did I say hello to this guy?
It is so difficult to get past the swamp which blocks the pass to and from the valley. We haven't had a stranger here since the rains created the swamp several years ago.
I don't understand how it took me so long to click on the previous time through that this character Boris is doing Boris Karloff. But he certainly is.
This is the castle of the Boyars, the title of the rulers of Mordavia. It once belonged to the Borgov family for generations, but the last Borgov has been dead for many.
Boris, this might sound counterintuitive, but have you ever thought about narrating a children's story?
Mordavia
you might be just
is
like
the
the
name
perfect
of
fit
this
for
valley
it.
and of the town. Even the inn is called the Hotel Mordavia. The name means Dark Valley. The heads of the Borgov family were the Boyars of Mordavia for ages. The last Borgov disappeared at the time of darkness. No one knows what became of him.
The time of darkness, you
It is bad luck to even speak of the time of darkness. Mordavia was a safe and lovely land before that time. Much has changed since then, and for the worse.
Were the sphincters always in the cave, or did those show up with the Age of Darkness?
Boyars are rather like barons of other lands. They own the castle and protect everyone within their domain.
In theory, right? You're not trying to suggest to me that that's how feudalism always works in practice.
I'm not certain who all lives in the castle. I so seldom see anyone from there. There's the master, of course.
But you work
then
for
there's
them.
the strange foreigner. There's also the master's daughter, I believe. And some rather
So this master's daughter.
Beyond that, I really can't
In
say.
any way, would you say that she resembles your neighbor's daughter? Like, what the hell, man?
I haven't actually seen
Oh, okay, fine. You're off the hook.
But I know the master is quite proud of her.
Yeah, in a fucked up, sick way. So who's this master?
The master desires privacy, and I respect that wish. As I always say, the will of the master is the shall of the servant. I wrote that.
Well, great job. Great job, yeah. And there's a foreigner there.
He is an unpleasant
we like
sort,
foreigners here, right?
with
I mean,
a
obviously
short
not.
beard and moustache, and a funny hat. He is rude when giving orders, and he has the habit of
Oh, a funny hat,
staring
you
at the
say.
person and licking his lips. Most
Could you describe the hat more precisely in a way that doesn't sound uncomfortably racist?
I have only caught glimpses of them occasionally, but I don't think they are quite human. No matter. If a man does a good job, then whether he is a man does not matter.
You know what, Boris? That's up there with Dimitri's no pogroms and no lynchings rule. As far as Mordavian progressivism goes. So good for you.
This is the gate to Borgov Castle. You can see it in the distance behind here. I am here to make certain that only welcome guests may enter through here in the daytime.
Oh.
At night, this gate is guarded by huge necrotaurs who make
I never even
certain
thought
no
through this because I already
one
headed
tries
way
to
into the
enter
castle by the
without
time I even met
permission.
Boris, but you can go in probably through the front door by just killing the necrotaurs and walking up at night. So the town.
The town of Mordavia is to the east of here. Turn to the east as you leave and
No, I
continue
know.
until
I just
your
came from
way
there. I was
is
wondering if
blocked
you had any
by the
wives
rocks.
in town.
Then turn north and
Who
you
you've
will
maybe,
find the gates of the town.
Become estranged from. No? Maybe? Not ready to talk about that kind of stuff? Well, listen, Boris.
Farewell.
It's nice to meet you.
And may you find whatever you seek.
Oh, hey. So, go. Why did it take... Well, it didn't take me that long to
Goodbye,
click that he
young
was her
man.
husband.
May the
But
fireplace be warm and the drink cold
as soon as
at
he's
your journey's
constantly
end.
quoting aphorisms to you, should have been obvious. Instantly. Maybe it was by that point. Maybe I'm giving myself too little credit. I'm notorious for that. Not actually sure that's true. Alright, oh, how are we for time? Very nice. It's great to have a bed in the inn. Okay, fine, another wyvern. Oh, I don't know how to protect yet. So this is like a real fight. There's all kinds of stuff I don't have. What I do have is Zap. Oh, you jerk. Oh, come on. I thought I was going to kill him. There we go. Hell yeah. Alright. I'll just let the poison work through. I'm a tough guy. Whistling past the graveyard. Except I cannot whistle. But the hero can. I can't believe that this is how this interaction starts. And then I just never thought to try touching the bushes on revisit. I can absolutely tell you your name. Are you Lishi?
Tell the creature it's called the Lishi.
Ah, that's
Or
the price of
Leshy,
too
as some
much
might call you.
fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name. Lishy, look and see. In a bush or up a tree.
I've never once seen a
Lishy,
tree.
Lishy, riddle rhyme. Can you solve them every time?
Yes! I definitely can. Just you wait. Just you wait and see. Just you wait. Wait, the second one isn't even the one where the bush runs around? Had I done this one and I couldn't figure out the bush runs around, it's just also solved by touching all the bushes? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm solving it now, just like, takes seconds. And this is the official run, so. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, I need to save the plant. Okay. Okay, hold on then. So we're at the Leshy, which means we're directly above Irana's garden. We need to go west, south, south, east, north. How am I for time, though? Because that can be a day 2 thing. Yeah, in fact. Let's zip back. Hopefully I can make it in time for supper. Get to know Bella a little. Yet I'm not going to stay at the inn tonight. I don't intend to waste any time getting to my night spent not in an inn, but in an Arana space. Although, with that said, there is also the fact that now that I know the significance of meeting the Domovoi, I'll also just get that done within 5 days anyway. Don't need to play around with the fact that the real bug is about where he slept. Just gonna get things done quickly. Back to town. Don't mind me, folks, if I look a little flushed. I'm just working through some wyvern poisoning. And also, I'm just sprinting everywhere for some reason. Trying to sweat it out. Yuri?
Ah, so you are back.
Yep. I'm staying at this inn. I paid you for a week's room and board. And there's Bella.
You have some garlic pheasant for supper.
Excellent. Okay. She's not ready to talk yet. I remember that from before.
I am well, as always.
Are you that Vel, though? Like, what about the whole thing with
I
your
do not gossip.
daughter? I don't want to pick at any scabs here.
I know little of the forest, for I seldom leave my inn. You should speak with the Burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about him.
Perhaps he could. Perhaps he could. He kind of doesn't like the
Besides the ones that
yet.
come in here in the evening, there are quite a few others. You probably have met the shopkeeper, the gravedigger, and
Yep.
the Burgomeister.
I have.
And then there's Nikolai.
Who I've met.
That crazy Dr. Cranium.
Zany old Dr. Cranium. So yeah, Nikolai, he seems kind of broken up.
He is a harmless old man who wanders around looking for his dead wife. It must be a shame to grow old all alone.
I do like that they really like Yuri and Bella. Their relationship is, I think, pretty well drawn. Like things like, you know, he's like, they have very different approaches to dealing with grief. It's not because Yuri's not grieving, but he's just like, you know, he can see like, hey, you know, Nikolai's got it worse than me, and also, you know, we can't just be sad forever because our daughter died a long time ago, as far as we know.
Closed off the pass. No one knows.
I mean, you
much
can always
about
be
him.
sad if your daughter died,
No
but I
one
mean, you can't
trusts him.
actively mourn it like it just happened
Conducts
forever.
strange experiments.
And yet, it's perfectly understandable why some people do that. And so Bella, it's not
The
like Bella's being
shopkeeper knows
irrational.
everything that goes on in town. She also makes a delicious avocado and garlic sandwich, which she sells as rations.
Why would you say which he sells at rations? I mean, you would say that if you were trying to convey to the player of a video game that that is the game's equivalent of rations. But like, how do you sell a sandwich as rations versus just selling a pre-made sandwich?
The Burgomeister keeps to himself and lives in his office.
Or he has his office at the front of his home.
The gravedigger is a strange one, though he is a good carver of tombstones and digger of graves.
Has he ever carved a tombstone so big and then dug a grave so clumsily that he buried himself alive? Just thought, I don't know. We should worry that that might happen to him. Well, great talking to you as always,
The
Yuri.
innkeeper nods at you.
I'll nod at you too. But I'm heading back out. Don't worry, I'll bang on the door if I'm back after dark. But I won't be. Not tonight. I'll be sleeping in the town square. I know that sounds like a weird thing to do, but just trust me. I have a method. Oh, hey, Igor, you're still here. Excuse me. I'm just gonna go have a little stand-up nap out in front of the inn. That'll win the townspeople over when they look out their windows and I'm just standing asleep in the street for exactly 1 hour before my eyes snap awake.
After some rest, you feel better.
Oh, cool. Dimitri, pull and close the shutters. All right. Delete down some saves. Still haven't found a bone. But everywhere I go, I will try to seems quite possible it's in the Borgov family crypt, for instance, that the bone was. I'll find the bone. Won't take too long, I'm sure. All right. You don't always need a... Oh wait, break-in and break-in are two separate concepts. Oops, that's okay. Fortunately, the game is not keeping track of how good your save game names are.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly.
And we're in. The sound fits pretty well there. So I haven't killed this thing yet. But I know that I can. And I'll kill it with lightning bolts to improve my lightning bolt stat. Did it die?
There's no reason to do that.
Yep, perfect. Because... What? I can't even remember. Do I actually get something here?
You can't get this log holder to move at all.
Okay.
It doesn't budge.
Okay. And the game for us. Okay, that's fine. We just saved. So we'll be okay. Let's just start it back up. No, this might not be a bad time. Well, we got the jam and power ballad going. For me to take a brief intermission and go grab a glass that I can put water in. So hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And we're back at it. Oh man, I wish I had a burrito I could have grabbed. Oh, I went to the washroom and I did not grab a glass. 1 second, gang. I'll be back faster this time. Hang tight. Back at it again. Okay. Here we go. Monastery breaking.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation.
What is the pathway going up to that door?
Perfectly.
You can't quite see it. It's obscured by the hill, but it seems to have a lot of little tight twists. Okay, we're in. Let's blast this thing to death with lightning. Without hesitation. Oh, but we know. We've had the dream. Wait a minute. Is this the thing? I remember I lost a tiny bit of honor here. Is killing the hexapod what cost me my honor?
There's no reason.
Yeah. Okay. And in fact, like, I killed it this time out of habit. I killed it the original time because I assumed it was blocking me from pulling a thing next to the fireplace and opening a secret door that is not there. So perhaps I will just not needlessly kill the thing.
You push the Dark One.
Why not? Okay, we're in.
This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit dervish. It fits the description of a Domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving. A long wooden table attests to a time.
Or wait, hold on. There is a secret. So what can I do? Okay. Do I just get into it open?
This is not a...
No.
You can't budge it. You strike a mighty hammer blow at the glass case. It just sort of looks at you through its glass eye. You need to either build up your strength or try another approach.
Well, I am working on building up my strength. But
you can't open that.
But why?
You can't.
Okay, alright.
It doesn't. There's nothing under the old rug but dust and spiders, neither of which you...
Okay. Well.
A feeling of peace. It doesn't budge. That's funny. The strange six-tentacled creature is moving. It looked like another wall decoration at first.
Yes, I know.
No one sees. It doesn't.
Doesn't want to talk. Okay. A thing that I don't recall exactly how to do. Getting to the basement. That's okay. And getting to the basement without killing Hector the Hexapod.
That's funny. You sense a low level of magic aura. The hexapodal wall decoration above the fireplace is actually an enchanted creature.
Yep.
Extremely powerful magic radiates from an object in the display case.
Can I trigger the object in the display case?
This is not.
No. Can I trigger Hector?
This is.
No.
The fireplace looks as though it hasn't been used in years. There are no logs on the log holders, nor is there any sign of ashes or other debris.
Can I show Hector? No, because the wall indentation thing is back there. Hold on. Is there anything to learn from the hero journal about hexapods? What they might like? Could be the case I just need the aura ability. Plenty of things could be the case. Oops, this is the manual of the hero journal. Spells. Thief confession. Mythical monsters, here we are. Hexapods. Nope. Rare, hungry, extremely dangerous. So perhaps I do just need the protection spell, I'm not sure.
This is a no longer used monastery. It's a six-tentacled, octopus-like.
Yeah?
This is an antique brass log holder. There are some small scratches on the stone.
Oh, wait, hold on. Can I grab it with fetch or trigger?
You didn't mention.
Well, I'm a little nervous about using my hands. Well, I suppose the worst thing that happens is I get killed again. Even though I had just cast Calm. And Dazzle. Let's double up. Not sure if either of these work on young Hector. Good heavens, no. Alright. Put a pin in this for now. Go up my honor and see if I can come back. At another point. And I always have the brute force dishonorable option.
Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the hectopus can react.
The hectopod. Make up your mind, Mr. Rhys Davies. Alright. Well, this has been a pretty productive day one. Let's make it super productive. By sleeping right, if they're always hungry, can I feed? That's right, I was like, there's no clues here. But what if there are? It'd be nice if it specified what they eat, but perhaps garlic and avocado. Might as well try.
The stone carvings on the dark building seem to writhe in the moonlight. You get the feeling that they are hungry and waiting for something or someone. A sense of great danger and hunger comes from near the door of the massive stone building.
What would I do with a paladin
Push
danger
the
sense?
Dark One sign.
Want a sandwich, buddy?
The hexapod waves its tentacles at your sandwiches. Maybe it's allergic to avocado.
No luck. Want candy?
That didn't do anything useful.
Okay. Okay, well, it's okay. We'll sort. We have plenty of time to get this part sorted.
You retreat.
For now, let's continue making a terrible first impression on the good folks of Mordavia by sleeping in the dirt in the street, even though they know I paid for an inn. Very strange behavior.
Cold comes over you. You sense no danger, but even so, you find yourself afraid.
Piotr? Piotr? Brilliant.
I am what once was the Paladin Piotr.
Good to see you.
Sorrows of this land are my sorrows, and I cannot rest.
Well, tell me about him.
Thou art a paladin, and so shall share my fate.
Like of not being able to rest till I help these people?
Ease the sorrows
Yeah.
of this land and heal the pain.
Well, that's what I do, man. That's my thing. Gotta meet him a second time, of course. Alright. Sleep till morning. Have a weird dream. Actually, oh, this is actually really pleasant. Okay. You never know how sleeping in the
You
dirt
feel
might
the
affect your
sensation of
sleep and your
floating
dreams.
freely in a swirling cloud of magic.
How cold it might
You
get
are
at night.
warm and safe.
But here I am.
Surrounded
And in
by
my
the
dream,
sun
I'm warm and I'm
and
safe.
beauty.
No problem.
You feel as if you are suddenly totally alive.
Maximum
You can
alive.
remember every
The
happy
literal
moment of
exact
the past,
opposite
taste
of dead.
every favorite sensation.
Is how I feel
Hear
in this
all
dream.
the colors of the universe.
It's going great.
This is the true joy of living.
Yes, it is. Yes, it... Hey, wait a minute. What about those notes, though?
Suddenly, you find yourself trapped by darkness.
But, like,
You cannot
the
breathe.
joyful darkness?
The darkness is tearing the warmth, life, and magic from your body.
Ooh, no. this
Pain.
is-
The agony
It's
of
the
lungs
bad kind of
without air.
darkness.
The burning cold of a body trapped in ice. The terror of helplessness as death approaches.
Real bad.
You float, cold and lifeless. You gradually wake,
Whoa.
shaking off
It's a little
the
worried
shores
we'd
of
frozen the
dreams
game again.
tuned to your memory.
A new day has begun. Let's talk to everyone we know in town again.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
It's been one day, Dimitri, and I barely left the town limits. But hello.
What is it you want?
I want you to admit that you're a big old softy. So this Dr. Cranium,
Dr. Cranium is an idiot and a madman. If
he definitely
you are
seems like an
wise,
idiot.
You will stay away from
He
him.
insists loudly and repeatedly that he's not mad, though.
Nikolai is an old man, and easily confused.
Oh yeah, if you don't have
His
the
wife has been
if you don't have the
missing for
killer
years
instinct of
now.
a hero,
He cannot face the fact
then
that
you start out going, oh hey, it's a cute bunny, it's coming over here, and then your mind starts to form the thought, why is its mouth so bloody? And whoa!
Now there are many dangerous things in the valley. It is safe only within the town gates.
So it's not safe in the castle.
Castle Borgov is north of the town. The last of the Borgov family left this valley years ago. Now it is inhabited by some cousin.
I gotta feel like
The people of the castle do not bother this town. I suggest strongly that you do not bother
real
the
distant
people
cousin
of
of the Borgovs, Odd Avis. But alright. How are you doing?
This town was quiet until you arrived. I am keeping my eye on you.
I have not made that much noise, Dimitri.
Try
You
not
and me
to
are gonna
make
be
a
buddies.
nuisance of yourself.
We're gonna be buddies. You don't have to like it, pal. But you gotta admit it. Alright. Talk to Nana Olga, see if we can start fixing her marriage yet. I have no idea what the trigger for that unlocking was, but keep going back, talking to both of them.
It's been a quiet day so far.
Well, hello, Olga.
Made it back, did you? So what can I do for you this time?
Well, I did want to pry about your failed marriage.
Yeah, my sad departed husband. His name was Boris. Gone 3 years now. He was such a good man.
Are you sure, though?
You tell Olga that the gatekeeper's name is Boris Stovich, and ask if they're related.
Aha! So that's where the so-and-so went. Huh? Tell him he's a rotten no good Nick.
I think it's going well, Stimbinski. We are fixing Olga's marriage much faster.
You plan on going adventuring some more. Well, I suppose the gravedigger has some room left at the cemetery?
Huh. A different line.
As my husband used to say, come back again, sunshine or rain.
This is one of the ways, Olga, that I know deep down you don't hate Boris. Alright. Are we ready yet to talk to Bella? Good morning, Yuri.
Ah, so you are back.
Yep. Didn't use my bed last night. I do want to keep that room, but I wanted to test out how the street sleeping was in this town. I'm always eager to find a new spot where I can sleep out in the public without being instantly killed.
Style.
You gonna stick around and chat, Bella? No? Well, we're working on it. So, Yuri.
Besides the ones that come.
Yep, okay. Well, nothing new going on here yet. Goodbye.
The innkeeper nods at you.
I feel like the conversation with Bella where she talks about the Domovoi is probably a trigger for the Domovoi appearing. Maybe not. Oh, I could be a dirt farmer. I could be a tugger of 2 ropes. I'm getting all kinds of training in. Is that a profession in Gloriana? Person who just keeps pulling on the 2 ropes that are right next to each other. Because I have those skills.
There's only a certain amount of punishment your body can stand on it.
Well, that's a good amount of punishment for me. Okay. Where's my rope and grab? No, hook. Oh, here it is. I was looking for the rope, which is not depicted in the item icon. hanging up. Do some climbs. Absolutely. Like, they ran out of elephants. No, I'm trying to practice climbing.
That was good climbing practice.
Do a few rounds of that.
That was good. That was good.
This is good discipline. Get up first thing in the morning, have a good breakfast. Free climb a rope.
Practice, but you haven't quite got.
Get some calisthenics in on the pulleys and bucket machine.
That was good climbing practice, but you have.
Yeah, they never run out of dirt here. If anything, they've developed new kinds of dirt, because there's all the swamp muck. Oh, wait. Probably not going to need it, but like we said, better to have it and not need it. As the saying goes. Leading eventually to the famous line from Aha's international hit Take On Me, where he says, "Say unto me, it's no better to be roped than sorry." I can do that one. Excellent. Now, do not do this to me, game. You and I are supposed to be friends.
You faintly hear a voice.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Ah, you're just in time to witness a magnificent scientific experiment. I have managed to harness the very primal force of lightning at my beck and call. Now I shall use it to create life itself.
Holy smokes.
This.
Okay. Wow. You okay, Dr. Cranium?
That was not quite the experimental result I expected. But never mind that. It is merely a momentary setback in the annals of science. I shall readjust the magnetic electrical stimulation system and try again another day.
Yeah, if it's any consolation, your hair doesn't look any stupider. Greetings, Dr.
Say
Cranium.
hello to the scientist.
It is good to see you again. I trust the Antwerps gave you no trouble?
It's just a few bruises around the ribs. You want to hear about my adventures yet?
Start to tell Dr. Cranium about yourself.
But there is nothing so adventurous as pursuing a career in science. Did you know, for instance, that simple scientific principles can be applied to the creation of potions for healing and curing poison?
Yes. I knew that very well, yeah. You ever been to Spielberg?
Dr. Cranium about your first adventures in the Spielberg Valley. Seems vaguely interested in your tales of the Baron and his children, but his eyes positively light up when you mention the Antwerp.
Did you know?
Ah, so you are the Spielberg hero.
Yes!
Been there on an Antwerp
Oh, man.
expedition a few months ago.
I do love when anyone
Still
acknowledges
talking
me.
about your adventures.
You continue by telling Dr. Cranium of your encounters with the eccentric wizard Erasmus,
Ah,
the deadly
now he's gonna...
kobold magic
Alright, I'm
user,
losing him here.
and the
This was
ogress
not the way to
Honourable.
frame this story.
Turned her into a frog? Oh, such poppycock. There is a perfectly straightforward scientific explanation for all of those events. There
Okay.
is no such thing as
Sure.
magic.
But then why would they be poppycock? Enough of this. Can we talk more about... You were saying something about a rehydrating potion? Because I found a really dry dude last night. How are you today?
I have been better. The failure of my MESS was a shocking experience, I can tell you.
Well, at least it was a shock and not an electrocution, right?
Understanding and harnessing the power of nature is just one aspect of science. By observing and performing experiments based on the observations, the scientist increases our understanding of the world around us.
I would say that's even more a part of science than the other thing you just said.
If
So,
you want to improve...
no, you're not going to make a stamina potion for me? That's fine, I guess. You like it here in Mordavia?
Oh, this is a sad, ignorant land where everyone seems to think more of magic than of science. Still, it is a good place for a scientist to work. There are many fascinating monsters to study, and I can get all the dead bodies I need.
Ah! Wait, hold on.
And
Igor's
are
not participating in a
truly
grave
fascinating
robbing
species.
scheme, is he?
They reproduce by splitting into a number of tiny Antwerps, each with their own genetic code. They cannot split voluntarily, however. They only reproduce when cut or stabbed.
So-
My test Antwerps came from Spielberg.
That's a
Valley,
Mr. Smith
where there
level
was an
hint.
Antwerp population explosion last spring.
That's like Mr. Smith on steroids. He's telling you how to solve a puzzle from 3 games ago. Yeah, so lightning. You gotta be careful with that, huh?
Come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing
Right.
number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experimental use.
Oh yeah. Have you solved the riddle of life force
I
yet?
am convinced that the primal force of life is electrical in nature. Of course, it must also involve water for life, and pizza, without which life would be boring.
Nah. Loves pizza.
My neighbor Nikolai is not actually as old as he now appears. He has been very unhappy since his wife's disappearance some 15 years ago. I can understand his disappointment. She never brought me back the berries I needed for an experiment.
Oh, do you need some elderberries? At some point, I can probably help you with that. But for now, take care.
You say goodbye.
Oh, it is always a pleasure to have one such as you visit.
Thank you. That means a lot, buddy.
Perhaps I should wait a day or two before resuming my Frankie experiment. It is very important that the right person stay in charge here.
Actually, it's not the experiment subject that was named Frankie. It was you. Dr. Frankie Cranium. A lot of people make that mistake, though. Don't feel bad. Don't mind me, Nikolai. I'm just going to ignore you. You know, just kind of like everyone else in this town does. Just try not to make eye contact. Feel sad inside. That kind of thing. Hey, Gravedigger.
The stone carver stares at you.
Right. Well, let me tell you about
You
myself.
tell Igor about your adventures since your last visit. Igor listens while he works, but doesn't comment.
Not even a comment on the part of my adventure where I found out that you haven't delivered some kind of fluid yet? It feels like that's going to come up. Well,
Igor, very happy. Little graveyard humor there.
yeah.
Oh, Igor not hear rumors.
Yeah.
Guild there. Burgomeister got key.
He sure did.
Cemetery east of town. Major tourist attraction.
There can't be tourists here.
Bad place.
We
No
both
go
know
near.
that.
Very sorry, you go near.
Alright. He's got nothing to... Oh, pardon me. Nothing to say about fluid. Well,
He looks at you, and then goes back to work.
take it easy, my friend. Surprised the cats aren't bothering me. I guess Danielle might have given them their supper. Either they'll come to bother me or I'm not going to go that much longer. Today... One way or another, they'll get fed in due time. Okay. Let's do some things. Let's do a bunch of things. So, a very productive day 2. First, I will go west. couple things to do to the west. I suppose there's nothing stopping me already from going to the Chernoff mages and trying to brute force the code. But I'm going to have a little bit of respect for sequence and wait until I've actually been to the monastery and learned the clues for the rituals before I start collecting them.
Welcome again to the gates of the Castle Borgov. I hope that you've been enjoying your visit to Mordavia.
Well, I mean, so far it's a little jarring, because in this dream I was having, everyone liked me now. But anyway, hello, Boris.
I am happy to know you're finding your way in Mordavia. I'm sure you will find this a most exciting place to visit.
Yeah.
You tell Boris what Olga said about him. He blushes.
Olga was always opinionated. I grew tired of listening to her complain about me all the time.
Was there no more, emotionally mature way you could have dealt with this?
My wife has been gone for many years now.
That contradicts what we just talked about. Would you open the gate for me?
I am very sorry.
Now it's
But
okay.
I can only open this gate by the command of the master.
Well, by the time I'm done here, you'll be free to open and close the gate whenever you want.
The master seldom leaves the castle and has few guests.
Definitely sounds like it's important that he employs a good gatekeeper. Hey, do you know of any Katrinas or Aunt
I
Trinas?
don't know if anyone at the castle is named Katrina. My house is just inside the gates, and I seldom see anyone from the castle.
Your house is over in the town with your wife,
Since
man.
the last boyar passed away many years ago, the castle has been uninhabited until recently. Now it is owned by the master, who is also my employer. It is not a bad job. I am paid well and on time.
Yeah. What else can you ask for? I mean, fulfillment, I suppose.
Be careful in your travels. You never know what you may meet.
I actually have a lot of fairly detailed knowledge of what I might meet in my travels.
Good luck, and may your feet move faster than the thing that chases you.
I don't think that's a real aphorism, my friend. Okay. Get my map up. Because we do not have a straight shot down to the Rusalka. But it's not super complicated either. Just go south till I hit an elbow. Then I just need to go around the elbow. Oh, another one of these. Oh! Obviously, my Flame Bolt is a much more powerful spell. So I win the fights faster when I rely on Flame Bolt, but then my other spells aren't improving. Is that really that important? Probably not. And yet, one likes to steadily improve. Be tough to enjoy a hybrid adventure game RPG if you didn't derive some pleasure from watching the little numbers go up. It's not even lunchtime. Getting tons done. I haven't done anything new yet, except make sure that I immediately slept in Arana's garden. And this is, if this works, it's only
You have a strange...
new in the very loosest sense.
Hello there. Could you help me?
I'm gonna try to help you.
I need someone to help warm me.
But it's not gonna have anything to do with keeping you warm. Alright. Can I win over the Ruthaka with flowers instead of candy?
Thank you for the beautiful flowers. No one has been so nice to me since I can remember.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Cedric. That would be a basic requirement of the game. But yeah, so check it out. I'm well known around these parts. At least Dr. Cranium knows about me.
Gee,
Hero of Spielberg. Hero of the North.
Of monsters and things.
Although this place is also
you don't
the North.
Think I'm some kind of
they don't call me that here.
I mean, just
in fact,
because I'm
they really
undead
only
and
call me Hero of
brown
the North
people,
when I go
you
down
don't think I'm
south.
bad.
Go figure. Okay. So you're a Rusalka.
It is lonely being a Rusalka. Anytime anyone nice comes along, I pull him into the lake and drown him. Once he's drowned, he's not much company, I'm afraid.
Well, if you drown enough of them, they can keep you warm. Just wrap yourself tightly in corpses. Did you know that your name is Elyssa?
I forgot.
Or something? I just have a vibe. You like it in the lake?
This lake is surrounded on 3 sides by steep mountains. To the southwest, it merges with a swamp. The lake is not a safe place for you to swim. Many unpleasant things lurk in the deep water.
Like naked ladies that want to drown me?
The swamp is definitely a creepy place. Dead things lie under the water and try to drag the living underneath.
How does that
Kinda
make the
sounds
swamp
like my
distinct
job
from the lake?
description, doesn't it? Well, the things in the swamp are a whole lot nastier
Oh,
than I am.
she notices
so be
this.
careful out there.
They kind of see... Well, I mean, yes, now that you've warmed up to me.
I stay far away from them. They crawled into the lake from the swamp one day. Ugh, they remind me of worms and give me the creeps.
Are they leeches? Like, leeches are gross, don't get me wrong. What else is going on in the
I
forest?
don't know much about the forest. I can't leave my lake, so I don't get around there much.
Ah. If only Anna had died a little further west in the forest, maybe the two of you would be friends.
It's my job.
I feel like you would really... Probably some
That's the
female
thing, the
friendship
result.
would be a really great thing for the Rusalka. A little homosocial bonding.
I think I remember the town. I must have lived there once. Other than the fact it's somewhere to the northeast, I guess I can't tell you much about it.
Yeah? Well, take care.
Please, come visit me again sometime. It's nice to have a friend.
Prior to the finally being like, you know what, I gotta look up and find out if I am in the unwinnable state. Prior to having that, I was thinking about the Rusalka, not the Rusalka, the Wisps. And it was once again Tashtari's offhand remark about how most people don't get the puzzle points for finding their way out of Borgov Castle. That statement got me off. I was temporarily thinking, what if when I finally get somewhere in the conversation with Tanya, maybe when I finally get somewhere in that conversation, perhaps I can like borrow one of her toys. Maybe they'll like that. But now I've stumbled into thinking about the candy, and that feels promising. I mean, how are the Wisps going to unwrap the candy? I don't know. Can I get stuff off these corpses? Or even just, like, take a bone?
You pick up a single slimy bone.
Excellent. Yep. Slimy bone is honestly preferable. Okay. From here. East. Should put me in a place. Well, of course, it puts me in a place. But then north, I should be in a 4-way forest. Can I get a little tree climbing practice in here?
You get in some
Sure can. I think the answer is yes, but not like naturally when they're born. They're just, you know, they absorbed an adventure. And now they have slimy bones inside. Like, you get those bones if you throw your rope and grapnel in and pull the skeleton out, it's gonna be slimy. I think that's a safe bet. Okay. So from here, if I went east, I would be directly to the west of the bonsai of Urana's garden. Wait, why not? Do I remember what I did? Here comes Peter Cottontail. Ah, I missed him. Or rabbits have lightning immunity. Piotr Piotrson, Cottontail.
There's something strange about this bush. Maybe it's the eyes. Oh, forget it. It's probably just an ordinary, everyday bush with blood-red berries and tentacle-like branches.
There we go. Hey, Astra, want some supper? Want some supper? Yeah? Alright. I gotta go feed these cats before we wrap up. So I'll be back and we'll knock off some more stuff and finish up fairly soon. But hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And I'm back. No, not Astrid. That's just my. That's just me being mumble-mouthed. Astra. It is, like from the Greek word for star. Is it as simple as just fetching? Yes. Spelled just like that.
Try to fetch some berries from the...
Okay.
A feeling of peace and tranquility permeates the area.
Which has no effect?
That's not a great idea. The bush would start...
Okay. What did I do here?
Your spell does nothing.
Okay. I mean, it's not vital to get this done now.
Your spell doesn't seem to have...
Yes, yeah. Latin. That's right. Okay. Whatever. I'll remember it in the fullness of time. I want to do things that I either remember or that I figure out instantly right now. If you got to start the game over, you want a steady sense of achievement as you get the new one going. Okay. So north from there, east once, east twice. And then north. And here we are.
You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. The stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area.
Feels good. Well.
You plant the bonsai in the hole and scrape some of the rich soil around it. In moments, the bush begins to grow and blossom before your eyes.
That's how it's got to be. If you're going to feed your cat just willingly... I mean, free feeding is the thing that works. But if you have your cats on a schedule...
Get the bonsai bush.
If you have your cats on a feeding schedule, you got to stick to it. Because they're always going to be trying to push it a little bit earlier, a little bit earlier. You let that get out of hand, they're waking you up at 5 in the morning. Wasting no time here.
You capture the scroll with your fetch spell.
Very nice.
As you read the scroll, knowledge of how to cast a protection spell enters your mind. Then the scroll vanishes. Protection is a sort of magical shield which will help guard you from physical attacks.
Makes sense. Grab a free
Your
fruit.
magical lasso floats towards the tree and plucks a single ripe fruit from its branches.
Perfect. It's a nice start here. Is it just the protection spell? I might as well try. You know what? Okay. So, 2 west and 1 south. Fortunately, it's not possible, even without resorting to walkthroughs, for me to get genuinely stuck on something I've already done. I have a video record of everything I've already done. It would be tedious, and I don't think it'll come to that. But I have ways of dealing with it. Dealing with the bush. Okay.
You cast the protection spell.
Am I protected enough?
That's
no. And I can't just fetch it?
You try to fetch some... Nothing.
Okay. It'll come to me. Or, like I said, I'll just dig through the archives. Alright. And then north and east. Let's see if I can get this guy. It'd be satisfying if I did.
Your protection spell has...
Oh no, no protection. I did, but wow. Not nearly as effective as you might hope. There we go. And, like, it would be totally annoying if people did start saying fetch. To mean, I guess, that something is fetching. But... yeah, seriously. Why did it take me so long to just try the bush poking? Or was I just exclusively trying to poke his official bush? But Mean Girls, the thought I was just trying to form, did kind of like an actual slang that the youth came up with eventually, was to say that something is cringe when they mean that it is cringe-worthy. And listen, I try not to be a kids these days kind of person, but the fact that the word cringe-worthy exists, and is like a good word that sounds nice, why not just stick with the adjective instead of making the noun into an adjective? Hey buddy, you got a stupid trivia question for me?
3 and 3 and 3 make 9. Who lives among the watery brine? Fishy,
Elyssa.
squishy riddles make. Tell me now, who's in the lake?
Her name is Elyssa.
1 and 2 and 3 make 6. Who hides her hut behind trick sticks? Magic message. Bushes here. In the rhyme with disappear.
I get what you were doing.
No one seems to...
Ah. I get what you were going for there, but the sticks are not the trick for Baba Yaga's hut. Oh, will I not have the dialogue option because I haven't gone there yet? I should. I've met Baba Yaga before. I guess we'll find out.
1 and 2 and 3 make 6. Who hides her hut behind tricks?
It's the skulls. Okay, make a wild guess. No, it's not.
Once proud race.
Alright. Well, that's obnoxious. Give me back my text parser. What time of day is it? Oh. I'm not going to go to Baba Yaga just right now because I would like to try to have my first meeting with Katrina. I mean, my second meeting, but you know, our first outside of town meeting. Yeah, get some wyvern killing practice in. My fire is bigger than your fire, buddy. Ah! Palia, the cozy MMO. I have not heard of it. I've heard of some controversy in genre fiction about applying the adjective cozy to make a subgenre like cozy horror. Some people object to that. Not to just having the term, but something about the concept. I'm not doing a good job of explaining because I don't actually know the whole story. Alright, let's get dusky. Well, I mean, I guess, Beyonce probably contributed to that.
Rest, you feel worse than before.
I sure do, just because I'm poisoned. But I'm just letting it work its way through. I'll be fine. She's not here yet. I mean, perchance she just won't show up. But we'll see.
After some...
Now the doors are closed. I don't want that. So I know that I haven't gotten good enough at climbing. So, even though the save game name is irrelevant now, take it back to town. We'll take one 60-minute nap.
After some...
Grab a quick power nap. Now I'm feeling like shit. But perhaps... Oh, you know what? I might be able to have a meeting at just a little bit past dusk. Head into the inn. No, please, nobody mind the smell of my insides rotting from the way out, from outside, inside out. Ah, they got a knock.
You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door. The inhabitants of the inn eye you suspiciously. You get the feeling that you're not particularly welcome here.
That is how it feels. Well, hello.
They all stare at you for a moment, then go...
Yeah. So, Yuri, any new dialogue? How's your wife? How's your wife?
My wife keeps the kitchen, and I keep the inn. Together, we make the Hotel Mordavia the best place to stay in all this valley.
Really? Because Olga told me that your marriage is shit. Confidentially, I think we both know. Between you and me, she's the one with the marital issues. Hey Bella, stay a minute?
You have some garlic pheasant for supper.
Nope.
You pick at your plate in search of any leftover garlic. They nod at you in response.
Well, let's try anyway. I'll see if I can meet Biter. Again?
You've never seen so many locks and bars.
It is very dangerous in Mordavia at night. We always keep things locked up when it gets dark.
That's fair.
I will let you out for now.
Thank you.
If you wish to return later this evening, just knock on the door. If you do not make it back by the closing of the inn, may you rest in peace.
I appreciate the sentiment. Just do a quick ghost check here in Irana's square.
A shiver of cold comes over you. You sense no danger, but even so, you find yourself afraid.
I mean, not that afraid. I'm just trying to create a ghost-appearing atmosphere.
There is one for whom I weep.
Is it
She
Elyssa?
lies in her
Yeah.
watery grave, her heart broken by a lover untrue. Speak with the gypsies on how to free her spirit. Free the Rusalka and heal her sorrow.
I'm going to. Is it too late to go back in? Let's find out.
You hear movement on
Nope.
the other side. After
Alright, back in. Hey folks, don't mind me. I don't think. Who knows?
lock the door.
Might as well give it a try. Hop in bed, just sleep for 60 minutes. Feeling worse. Do another hour.
After some
Love that feeling of slowly dying when I go to sleep. Everyone's still up.
you unlock.
Probably can't even meet some Domovoi until after I've spoken to Bella about it, but who knows? Maybe you can. And I want to meet this Domovoi as soon as possible.
After some rest,
Sucks that every time you go out, you have to walk all the way down the stairs and back. Oh wait. Never mind.
you unlock the
Alright. Hold on. Is midnight in this sense like the opposite of noon? So. Wait. That's Gremlins. I don't know that Bella ever said anything about after
after some
midnight.
you're getting tired.
Maybe I picked that up in the course of people talking about the Domovoi bug. I don't know. Oh,
You have the feeling you are being watched.
yeah. This is more than a feeling. Yep, okay, this feels good. This feels good. I was picturing the Domovoi being much cuter than this fella seems to be, but alright. Hey.
Not many big people see Domovoi. Most not look. You something special. Maybe so?
Well, yeah, some have called me the hero of Spielberg, the hero of the North, the prince of Shapeir, paladin of honor,
Hero?
Simbani warrior.
A big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon.
Maybe?
Learn much. Practice much.
Good.
Soon, plenty big hero.
I'm working on it. Yep. I'm doing what I can. You better have some really important, game-changing info to share with me. Where do you come from?
In where I am living. In Domovoi am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad.
So you can bring good or bad luck?
Things at inn, not good. No people come. Innkeeper
I mean,
and
there's
wife,
those three, and
very,
I've heard there's a
very
comedian in
unhappy.
town.
Mordavia, very, very sad place.
That does seem to be the
Even
case.
Domovoi cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic.
There is that dark magic, yeah.
Too much we speak, too much I talk. Sometime else we speak, sometime else I talk.
Oh, are you pulling this shit with me? No. He just doesn't want to talk about that in particular. So yeah, I guess you kind of answered this while explaining where you live, but...
Domovoi am I. Domovoi I be. Over places Domovoi watch. protect the inn, do I?
So...
By big people, Domovoi not seen. You stranger are, maybe hero.
You're supposed to be protecting the inn.
Show myself to you I do. Speak to you I will.
Are you aware that the little girl's been vampirized, you son of a bitch?
Good thing for Domovoi you do.
Yeah, I'll do a good thing for you.
Talk we will again. Domovoi good luck bring. Maybe Domovoi help you. You Domovoi help.
Is the way that I can help you by rehydrating your lover?
Here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out.
Oh, good. Can't wait to find out. Well, so far, nothing earth-shattering.
Maybe talk again. You come down other night. Maybe have much to say.
Sure. But why wouldn't you just say it now? Why not, right? Right? No time like the present?
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Like, I understand why Katrina is trickling out information. She's spinning a web of lies. She's got to be careful. She doesn't get herself caught in a truth. Alright. We're sleeping until morning?
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ah! Sweated all the poison out into these filthy sheets. Actually, I wasn't poisoned when I went back up. So I'd already sweated it out during my naps. Good morning, Yuri. Are you aware that you've got a little freak? Likes to sit on top of your heart there.
So you are back.
I am. May I have my breakfast that I paid for? Perhaps I just have to greet him first, and then sit down? Yep. There.
It's a
big on manners.
Breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish.
Sounds friggin' delicious. Bella, you don't want to talk about the Domovoi? No, she doesn't care. Alright, well. You keep it real, Yuri. Alright, well. I'm not going to stop right now and knock off a couple more things really quick, but that feels like the...
It is a wonder you
that feels like the really big thing that I wanted to have happen today. I don't know why it matters that I met the Domovoi, but he did allude to me helping him somehow, and I bet that's related to the dried out Burgermeister. The dried out Domovoi. Anything new to say, Dimitri? No. Well, listen. Quiet, you take care.
Make a nuisance of yourself.
Oh, come on. I'm not a nuisance. Just you wait until you need to prevent a lynching. You'll start to appreciate me then. Though I gotta be careful saying these things. It'll make it seem like I planned the lynching.
Do you have any news?
Oh, freaking brace yourself, Nana Olga. Did you know that Boris hates your nagging?
We'll see how long you last traipsing about everywhere when you should be staying in this nice, safe town.
Well, if you ever want to see your husband again, you're going to need to get used to me traipsing about.
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Well, If he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn, I wouldn't have had to complain. And you can tell him I said so, huh?
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll tell him. Alright. Take care.
You take care. Don't want to see your funeral. You hate that walk to the cemetery.
Oh, it's not so bad. Just a few screens.
As my husband used to say, come back again, sunshine or rain.
Boris sure does love saying things that you can put in between single quotation marks. Give me a break, man. We don't get to choose where we come from and how badly that makes us at talking. Bing, boom, bing, boom. Boom, boom, boom. What? Oh, what was the last note? I knew the purple one was going to be wrong. Ah! That was just me forgetting. I knew the purple one was going to be wrong before I clicked on it. I wasn't fast enough to stop my brain, but I was like, the last note was not the purple note. Had I paused, I probably could have reasoned it out. Which note is missing? Nah, I guess it would depend on what pitch you're using. But like, assuming it's concert pitch, what's missing? There's 6 notes on the device. Dr. Cranium, do you have anything important or helpful to say?
I believe I am on the verge of a major discovery. It came to me last night. I believe that there is a formula which can be used to create a rehydration solution.
Good night,
Such
Stipinski.
a solution could be used to restore fluidity to any substance or object that has become prematurely dry. If we can but manufacture Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution in sufficient quantities, we could rehydrate the great Shapeirian desert. Of course, there are a few small bugs to be worked out. It would take most of the water in the world's oceans to make that much solution. Then there's the tiny snag that I have not been able to remember the formula since awakening from the dream.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a problem. This is not a case. This is not like when Paul McCartney wrote Yesterday, where he dreamed it and actually remembered it when he woke up.
You say hello to the
greetings.
scientist.
You are always welcome in my laboratory. However, I do wish you would wipe your shoes a little more carefully before entering.
I'm not going to do that. Going back to earlier when I said screens, like there was an extra letter in there. I am from Nova Scotia. You should be extremely grateful if I even hesitate like I was supposed to take my shoes off. So yeah, you mentioned Shapeir. Do you know that I'm the Prince of Shapeir?
Relate the tale of your journey to Shapeir, how you saved 2 cities from the evil vizier Ad-Avis and his elemental minions.
Now you are talking science.
They might call him
Ad-Avis
Ad-Avis in Gloriana. Now I'm from Nova Scotia, and his name is Ad-Avis.
Anyone constructing creatures purely of a single element, but it certainly makes scientific sense. You say this Ad-Avis referred to a dark master here in Mordavia? I am sure I have never heard of such a one here. There are rumors of strange goings-on in the castle, but I do not credit such tales without scientific observation to back them up.
Well, I guess we can talk about that one later then. So, can I help you figure out this rehydration formula?
Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution should be a shoo-in for the alchemical innovation of the animal ward. It contains the prime essence of the element of water in a perfectly condensed form.
Ah, jeez. I've lost my my water elemental, but I had one. It would have been really helpful here. I had it in a water scheme. You can't remember the formula?
Oh, I do seem to be a little careless in keeping track of my scientific formulae. I have them all written down somewhere. I think it was in the margins of one of my books here. I spent some time in...
Oh, yeah. You
There
told me this.
seemed to be quite an infestation of baby Antwerps there for some
Oh,
reason.
you didn't tell me
Took
that
advantage of the
exactly.
opportunity to capture a number of them in very blunt cases
Wow.
for my experiments. The Baron did not even charge me very much for them.
Well, how about that? Small world. I actually created that infestation. Okay. Hold on. Can I look through your books?
I am truly sorry, but I cannot afford to make this a lending library at this time. You may look at my books here all you like, but you may not take them with you.
So yeah, I don't need to take them. I was just hoping that I could look through them.
Dr. Cranium likes to stay ahead of his competitors. It's a beaker full of eyes, and they all seem to be looking at you.
There is very clearly a brain in that beaker as
Glass
well.
globes of unknown intent hang in nets from the ceiling. You are in an incredibly cluttered laboratory. Flasks, vials, jars, and tubing cover every surface. Experiments are in progress everywhere. Dr. Cranium has an orderly personality, so he likes to arrange things in tables.
Mr. Rhys Davies was having fun. Okay. So I'm not just going to go through his books and find the thing for him. That's okay. You do take care here, Dr. Cranium. I'll be back.
You say goodbye.
Be sure to let
Maybe
me
next
know of
time
any
we can talk
scientific
about
discoveries you should make here in Mordavia.
East Fricana. Ooh.
It is very important to...
Aha, yeah, of course. It's added to his list of things. Thank you, Tashtari. That doesn't count as a spoiler.
Ah, you need my world-famous rehydration solution. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the elemental formula of its main ingredient. Perhaps you can help.
Oh, it's just another copy protection? Fine. The formula for rehydration, oddly enough, only one water drop. Then you gotta throw a tornado in there, set the whole thing on fire, stop for some pizza, one more tornado.
Yes, that sounds just right. By the way, I could use some goo for one of my experiments. It would be most kind if you could bring me some when you return for the rehydration solution.
Yeah. I can definitely do that. Honestly, the text parser, I understand what, like, you know,
You say goodbye.
obviously,
know of
as
any
we'll
scientific
especially have
discoveries
emphasized
you
as
should
we
make
start
here
to
in
play
Mordavia.
games from the later part of the 90s, whether in this series or the Ultima series or eventually the King's Quest series, there's a lot of pressure
proved to be a
to
crucial step on the way to an even more important discovery.
a lot of pressure to always keep up with the evolving technology. So everyone has mice, so now we use the mouse to click around, and so now it seems old. If you have keyboard redundancy, if you're typing in keywords, but like the text parser is just a better way to do that. It's more fun, it's more dynamic, it's flexible. I think to the extent that ChatGPT has the potential to do anything good, it's got nothing to do with the text output.
It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
It's all about just take its ability to parse text, and let's bring back text parser adventure games. but where you're not desperately trying to guess the right word because the thing will friggin' think and tell if you've solved the puzzle. Just give me that, come on. True. And, you know, probably it's actually, I imagine it's quite a bit more difficult to make a good text parser than it is to have a list of clickable keywords. So there's a lot, I guess that's another thing to be said in favor of, you know, we can do this in a different way. All right. What time is it? I'm probably not going to do this entire day. But I might as well talk to Boris. And in terms of daytime things, I guess just going and confirming the Baba Yaga's down there.
A fine autumn day to be walking. A man who walks everywhere will see much, I always say.
Yeah, just wait till I start walking around at night. Seen all kinds of messed up stuff. So, hello, Boris.
Good day and welcome back.
It's good to be back, because I can finally talk to you some more about your marriage.
Tell him that Olga thinks he was too lazy.
Lazy? What was there to do in a shop with no customers? Once the swamp cut off trade here, we had nothing to sell.
Sandwiches,
I had
candy,
nothing to
brooms.
do there. So just because I would sit at the inn and talk with the other men, she thought I was lazy. All she ever did was sit around and give me orders when I was in the shop. What was the point of dusting if no one came in the shop to notice the dust?
Air quality, because it's also your home. Alright. Great talking to you, Boris.
Farewell. May the sun and the moon keep watch over you.
That is pretty much how it goes, yeah. Tough to hide from them. Actually, no, I guess you go under any kind of overhang. I don't remember what game it's in, but I remember reading about a text parser adventure. It might have even been an RPG. That would make sense if it was an RPG with a text parser on account of the fact that I've read way more CRPG Addict blog posts than I have Adventurers Guild blog posts. But I remember reading about some game with a text parser where there were different responses for like ask about noun and ask about the noun, like whether or not the definite article was in there. Actually, like it wasn't like one of them didn't work, it was just they both produced two different responses and one of them was the one you actually needed. So yeah, like you can do a bad text parser, don't get me wrong. It's probably actually pretty easy to make a text parser infuriating. Maybe I should go back, do like Zork or something. Really press the far limits of how stripped down you can make your Twitch show. Alright. Hello, Nana Olga. Haven't been eating, it's true. So Boris says that he shouldn't have to dust if there's no customers. I already pointed out to him that that's absurd. So don't think that I'm not signing on for that.
I wouldn't have had to order him around if he would only have done his work. I just wanted the shop to be neat and clean in case anyone came in. How does he expect me to do all the work around here by myself? This was his family's business after all.
Well, it's your family's business now, Olga, so there's that. I know that I played like a minuscule amount of Zork in my teenage years because I had a CD of classic adventures. Yeah, you've been eaten by a grue. I know I've been eaten by a grue. Oh, you take care then, Olga. Yeah.
Don't want to see your funeral. You hate that walk to the cemetery.
I don't want to see your funeral either, because I want to save your marriage first.
As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
He's not lost. We talked about this then, Olga. She's getting old. They say the memory's the first to go. Okay. Really? Do tell.
Hello again. You are a most brave man to wander so freely in the Mordavian woods.
It's not even really all that high up on the list of brave things I've done, Boris. So, how are you today?
I am happy to know.
Yep. Ah. Yeah, that makes sense. And honestly, like, for all that, you know, there's a lot about Zork that's perhaps obtuse or brutal. That's actually a fairly forward-thinking bit of game design for the time. Actually teaching the player just through crafting the experience like that.
Tell Boris that Olga
Sometimes people talk about video games like Shigeru Miyamoto invented the
There
idea
is much to do to keep
of the
the shop
game
straightened up. My
teaching
family
you itself
always worked together to
Super
keep
Mario
it
Bros.
going before. If only Olga wouldn't nag me all the time. She and I used to enjoy running the shop when we actually had things to sell. What is the point of even running a shop when there is no business?
But Boris, I bought a bunch of shit yesterday, a couple days ago. I'll be back every time I need sandwiches. You take care.
Be careful in your travels.
Yeah, oh yeah, I always am. Actually, that's not true at
May
all.
the sun
I'm usually pretty reckless in my travels, Boris. I'm a hero. Okay, get some exercise. Can I practice climbing these trees?
You grab a hand.
No, I can't. What about this one up here?
You grab.
No. Can only climb very specific trees that I've found that needs to be an evergreen tree. This one will work, right?
You get in some climb.
Yes. Yeah. It's the sound the hero actually makes while he's hoisting himself up the tree. Getting pretty honorable already. Great communicator. Up to like almost 150 climbing. But I gotta be in the like 250, 300 range, I bet, to actually successfully climb the gates, but we're getting there. Talked a good game about wrapping up soon. And here I am, just doing tasks, just knocking them off. Okay, I'll fix these crazy kids' marriage, and then I'll call it. Oh, I bet the trigger, now that I think about it, the trigger for Bella to talk to me is probably when the whole town warms up to me after I save Igor.
Anything interesting lately?
Lately, Olga, the only thing I hear about is your marriage.
So,
And for me, like, I also just dreamed all this shit, and it was not the most interesting part of my dream.
Tell Olga that Boris doesn't see any reason to keep the shop open when there's nothing left to sell.
No one left to sell to. I'm
you
getting the
just
story
told
wrong.
that man about my avocado and
I tried to tell him.
People come in and buy them
I said I bought some yesterday. I said when I run out, I'll buy some more.
You take care.
You too. You too.
As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
And they might. They could. Generally they do. Wherever you go, there you are. What time is it? Probably still pretty early in the day. I was about to tempt myself into being like, I could also squeeze in a Katrina visit. Nah, man, you should have supper. You're back to work. You have a meeting with your new boss at 9 in the morning. A good meeting. Not like, oh man, I gotta justify my job to my new boss tomorrow, so I'm not part of those cuts. Yeah, the fact that there is an allowance if you just gotta sleep in the garden once. Except also Bella's the one who talks to you about how sleeping in the garden is a good idea. So it's definitely cruel. I'm not sure that unfair is tricky because like it's a bug. They didn't plan on it.
About Olga's avocado and garlic sandwich.
Yeah, you want one, buddy? I got plenty.
How I used to love her avocado and garlic sandwiches. We had them on our wedding night, you know. You should have seen
before or
the
after. Actually, you know what? I don't actually want to ask you that question.
Beautiful. And she baked the cake herself. Oh, she always was a good cook. You remind me of how much I miss my wife. I shall go back and visit her.
When you say it like that, Boris, kind of sounds like you're going to kill her.
You never know what you may meet.
You're leaning a little closer to horror movie legend and rather than beloved children's Christmas story narrator. All right. I can't remember if there is one last step. Like talk to Olga once more if we're just in the clear. I'll go check it out. Then we'll take stock of where we are.
You again. Heard anything interesting lately?
Nope. Yeah. We're good. We're in the clear. Haven't been eaten yet. It's great. Just feel great about it.
Good night, and don't let the bedbugs bite, as my husband used to say.
Ah, that horrifying moment in a child's life when you learn that bedbugs are real. Really kind of takes all the wholesomeness out of when your parents said, don't let the bedbugs bite you, as you went to bed. Okay. Taking stock. Actually, you know what? Just to make sure that I don't forget. through this. Getting her done. Alright. So, 116 puzzle points for day 1. Obviously, like, I left some on the table because I could have gone and I could get into Borgov Castle. I can do some stuff up there like I already did. But, I mean, 116, it's not a bad start. Especially since I know puzzles that are coming and how to solve them. Next time, I have to go to both of the... I gotta go southwest and southeast of the forest because I want to pop in, confirm that Baba Yaga's there so that I can win at Leashy's game. But I also want to get some of the Grugu to hand off to, Dr. Cranium. I guess the dreams never wound up, like, the dreams are cool, but never wound up just, like, telling me what the hell to do. So I don't see why I wouldn't actually just keep sleeping in the inn in the hopes of meeting up with the Domovoi again and finding out what his whole story is. And we're also just waiting for Igor to go bury himself alive so we can help him with that. I gotta either go back and... No, wait. Going back isn't enough to get it done. If I'm going to do it without killing Hector, I gotta figure out how. So that's something to think about. Alright. Lots going on. Awesome. So check it out. Tuesday evening, unless, some Greg thing comes up, Greg's coming over for Greg and James Beat 'em Up. We're going to pick up with some more Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. A new Double Dragon game that is a pretty fun beat 'em up with decent implementation of roguelite mechanics that doesn't really feel like Double Dragon aesthetically or narratively. Narratively it does. It's a post-apocalyptic city and there's gangs. But it doesn't really have the feel, the tone of Double Dragon, and it doesn't really play like Double Dragon in any meaningful way. It's just a pretty good beat 'em up using a recognizable IP. But we had fun with it the first day, and I bet we'll continue to do so before we get back to our historical tour, which is approaching the Grim Slog portion. Because pretty soon we will have tackled every notable beat 'em up of the early beat 'em up era. And then we are going to clean it all up. Which means something like, there's like 94 beat 'em ups on Moby Games released in arcades up to 1992. We're going to institute a 2/4 rule where the games have exactly one play and one continue to show us something that makes us want to keep going. And we're going to... I've a relatively high level of confidence that many of them won't show us anything. And so it will not actually be years and years and years before we slog through all that. Anyway, that's where we're at with that. Once again, in the Wednesday, Thursday area, I'm going to get some Ogre Battle in, but I'm not on vacation anymore, so I can't play it. I can't guarantee 2 afternoons in a row. But, oh man, after my idiotic defeat of myself last time, I really did create a situation where now it's going to take me even longer to beat the game. Danielle is talking to me. Excuse me one sec. Alright. Yeah. Then, as far as I know, Friday Night Frosthaven's going ahead. The last day of scenario play before we end the first summer. So that's pretty exciting. Then it'll be Saturday. More Inscription. I did not make much progress in my session yesterday of Inscription because I got bogged down trying to get all the cards in the second act. I've got 2 cards left to get. And I think I realized, like, moments after I shut down yesterday, I was like, oh wait, I think I see the answer. I'm not sure that I do. And seeing the answer raises other questions, even if I'm right about it. But I think I know what to do. At least a little bit. We'll see. And then it's Sunday again. And I think there's a pretty good chance, if I have a decent amount of time to play next Sunday, that we'll break through into new stuff and actually get this thing moving. So that's really exciting, because I'm extra eager to really get this going now that I had to start it all over. And eventually also we get to play Ultima Underworld 2 when I beat this. And I'm looking forward to that because I enjoyed the first one. And also I worked very hard during my vacation for the stream overlay for Ultima Underworld 2, and it's ready, so cool. Alright, hey, that's the story. So if you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice, but I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, that we all converge in the same town square, filled with magical, instantaneously sprouting flowers and a weird staff, and a ghost. Take care of yourselves, and be kind to everyone you meet.